Hi everyone, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I don't normally stream on a Tuesday, but this is kind of an unusual week because I've got some family coming over later in the week. So I thought it might be good to get a stream in early on in case I end up having to cancel or move any of those other streams. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm excited to work more on Bywater. I got a little sucked into redesigning Bettina's house a tad. We worked on Bettina's house the last stream, and I already am kind of digging some of the fiddling that I've redone with it. But as always, my pictures look kind of cursed because of my work in progress path, so that is dragging it down. But first things first, let me say hi to everybody. Hi, I'm here to dance, and hey, Andrew. Let me get a shout out for my club Tortimer pal Andrew. How are you today? And enjoy your lurk, Rhinestone. Hey, Caroline and Blonde and Pylight. How's it going? And hi, Winter and Rhiannon and Chloe and Lauren. So lovely to see everyone. Get so excited when you go live. Your stream is my favorite to unwind to after a long day at work. Serotonin and chill before bed. That means the world to me, Pasta. Messages like that are just my own serotonin, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, Pasta. Great to see you. I hope your island rebuild is going well. And hi, Peter. How are you? It's been a little while. How are you today, Peter? Or how are you lately in general? And hey, Winter! Yeah, the starting soon screen was a little silent there. And hi, Duchess and Ginger. How's it going, Ginger? Look, it's Bettina's house. It's a shame she's not, like, hanging out over here, though. She used to be kind of, like, sweeping the grass awkwardly like they do. I was like, ooh, what if she sweeps the porch? Then it'll actually make sense. It'll actually make sense if she's sweeping her porch, but no, she was like sweeping over here. As they do. You need something to fall asleep to, Benji? Oh, I'll try not to laugh too loud, but no promises in case Boomer does something ridiculous again like he often does. Silly Boomer, what's he up to today? Today, as in I, pretty much just play the same day all the time. I'm always on March 19th. Look at me. And hi, VT Crossing. Oh, thank you so much for getting the shout out for Winter as well, Ginger. And hi, Erica. Happy time zone to you too. It was great chatting with you in Discord about that Moria pattern. Oh, here's Bettina. Look at her being a traitor to the yard that I designed for her. She's like, I'm gonna go sit in Boomer's yard. Speaking of Boomer, I'm gonna go sit in Boomer's yard. What a traitor. I work so hard for her and she goes and sits in someone else's yard. I was so sad when I saw it was Tuesday. Oh, yeah. I don't normally stream on Tuesdays. And hi, Love Funteca. Oh, great to see you here. Love Funteca's another fellow Club Tortimer pal. Do you have an Instagram? Ah, yes, I have an Animal Crossing Instagram in particular. And that one's a forest life. Just like my Twitch. And I also have one that's more like personal and it's called A Forest Living. And it's pretty much just like cats and selfies and stuff. Alright, we gotta do our tradition. We gotta start off going to Able Sisters. Ginger! Oh, I get a kick out of when people try to do the commands and nothing comes out. I do it too, Ginger. I think it's like exclamation point IG, but the problem is I haven't updated my Instagram links yet. They're not right. I recently changed my Instagram links. Hi, Cheyenne. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love the green hair. It's my favorite. I've been having issues with being able to hear out of my earpiece, and I think it's actually, ironically enough, I think it is the thing that my earpiece plugs into, and I don't think it's my earpiece. I think it's whatever it plugs into, so that kind of bums me out. I might have to like buy a new speaker or something like that. So I have the audio turned all the way up on my end, and I can barely hear it. So if there's any audio issues, feel free to let me know and I'll try to adjust them. My clothes always suck at Abel's. He's just being a boomer. Just trying to live my best life one day at a time. That's good to hear, Peter. Love that for you. Next time my girlfriend stays over when you stream, we'll hit you up with a town code. And the laughs are equally as feel good as the rest, so don't worry about that. Oh, thank you, Benji. Yeah, I look forward to seeing your town one of these days. Oh, thank you, Funteca. I appreciate it. I do. It really means a lot to me that you all will watch even with my paths looking as awful as they do, because it really does make all my pictures look so cursed the way that my paths are so unfinished. So thank you for bearing with that aspect of it. I assure you it will look a lot better one day. Also, we have this fun little mess to clean up. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up while I'm catching up with you all, because this might be the area that we work on today. I want to make like a little back porch for my house so that we can look out to the party tree. So that might be kind of fun to try to design like a back porch. And hi, Sleepy Tabby. How are you today? Great to see you. And I is a ladybug. Thank you so much for the biddies. Ah, thanks for following the Instagram, Lauren. I'll be sure to follow you back. Alright, let's sort through these, I suppose. We also have like an assortment of flowers, so I can't put those in my storage, unfortunately. I wish we could. That is a complaint that I have. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it, Ladybug. And thank you, VT. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate the Instagram follows. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see your mom's Lord of the Rings island, Erica. What's the different areas she's gonna have for sure, like on the Lord of the Rings island? Like the Shire, I know she's probably having something dedicated to the Shire. And she's having a Moria, so is she gonna have like a Mordor and a Rohan and a Gondor, or just like fit things here and there as she pleases? Oh, thank you. I'm doing okay today. I might be like a little tired. I don't really have a whole lot of sleep, but I'm running on caffeine and the drive to work on Bywater here, so I'm doing pretty good. How are you today, Totoro? Thanks for getting the shout out for Totoro, Ginger. And Rekazoid, hey, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're doing well today. That Ruby emote is so cute. Oh yeah, that's one of our bit emotes. That's actually like the lowest tier bit emote. So I think the most amount of people probably have that one. It used to be just one of our tier 1 emotes, but Leaf beat Ruby out. We did like a little poll in Discord and people liked the Leaf one better, so I did like a little swap. Oh, speaking of Boomer, it's the man himself. He's so funny. Let me like shove you away from my flower storage though, Boomer. Kinda weird how we keep bumping into each other today. Yep, kinda weird. I want to make a new bug friend. I'm gonna catch one and say, you want to try some snacks? Not the bug friends. Not the bug friends. Can't relate. I want no bug friends. So she's making a party tree, a big market, a Moria entrance, and lots of different farms in the Lonely Mountain. Oh, cool. The Lonely Mountain's a cool one. So drawing some Hobbit inspiration there. I can't wait to see how it comes out. That sounds so cool. This is my party tree lookout over here, if we can get our way over to it. But first I'm going to pick up all this junk. Oh, thank you, Totoro. My issue with sleep is just wanting to squeeze in a few more hours of free time and fun, and I think I was kind of fiddling a little on Animal Crossing last night, and that's my vice. But yeah, I'm doing okay though. Oh, and hi VT. I could probably answer some more personalized questions and more detailed answers like that if you want to message me like offline or on Discord or something like that. In general, as far as streaming goes, it's a good idea to have an idea for what you'd like to stream and what your focus would be on, like what's your brand and what's your thing. And the other aspect of it is just have fun and be yourself, and remember to enjoy yourself and not take yourself too seriously. Something I gotta keep in mind sometimes. And my emotes are by Arcade Panda. We have like a little command that goes to my emotes artist. Plot twist. Boomer is looking for a bug friend to eat for a snack. Do penguins eat bugs? I love your party tree. We watched a few streams together because she loves watching you decorate. Oh, that's really, I'm so touched. I almost wish I could like, I don't know, chat with your mom. Hi, Erica's mom. And hi, Junksland. How are you today, Junksland? She always got her little notebook, taking all the notes. That's really cute. I'm so honored. I felt like I was taking some notes in some of the dream addresses I visited the last stream. I was also really note-taking here. Alright, I wonder how I should do this. This is kind of fun. This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time, is actually doing this overlook properly and having the little porch. And now that I kind of have porch patterns, because I'm probably just going to use the same ones as these over here, we can actually make that area look nice. But it's a little too dark. I'm probably going to load the game up again. This was my bad. I think I had it at the right time like a few hours ago, but some hours have passed now. I forgot to set the time early enough to where it's not so dark and silhouette-y. So let's go back a few hours so we can see what we're doing. Look at me time traveling the fast way without having to totally reboot the game. Do you have a favorite hair color to wear? My favorite hair color probably is this one. I really like the green wig. I think it doesn't like wash my skin out a lot for some reason. That's the main reason. We've talked a little bit on stream about how the webcam has trouble with high contrasts. So my natural hair actually being dark, sometimes it creates a really weird contrast. I like the green hair. Look at Boomer again. So yeah, this is a lot better. Will be easier to see what we're working with. And hi Omega, how are you today? How's your Tuesday going? Did everyone have a good start to the week? And hi Lemons, I'm doing pretty good. Work today wasn't too bad at all. I did a really killer job on my book table. That's what my job is as a book stalker. And I did such an amazing job that I kind of wanted to take like a little video tour afterwards. But my phone was out of batteries. I went to work today and my phone was at like 15%. So that wasn't gonna last me through the day. But yeah, I did a really nice job. Always a satisfying result to a work day. Alright, let's get equipped with these porch patterns. This might take a little bit of trial and error because I don't really know how big to make the porch and whatnot. First of all though, I'm kind of tempted to show you all the inspiration behind this scene because the inspiration is kind of funny. I get a kick out of it. I think you all will get a kick out of it too. There's like this scene in Fellowship of the Ring where Gandalf and Bilbo are like smoking and looking out at the party tree, and so I want to have some allusion to pipeweed in this area. I'm not sure how. You know, there's not exactly something to smoke with in this game, but I want to see if I can figure something out. I'm open to any suggestions. But let's go and watch this scene. I hope it's short enough to where I won't get DMCA'd. It's just like 30 seconds. 30-second clip coming your way. And if I get DMCA'd, it's worth it. Oop, oop, oop. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have done that quite yet. I'll do that in a second. First, let me pull up the video. I apologize for that glimpse into infinity. But yeah, let's go over to the full screen. And I'm sorry for the potato quality. I don't know why this video is like 240p, but you can see the party tree right here, and it's like a really big party tree. And it's got like lots of tints and lights, so you can kind of see how I'm basically trying to recreate this. And anyway, this is what they say. Gandalf's got to do the fancy pipeweed smoking.
Gandalf, my old friend, this will be a night to remember.
And anyway, I guess now it's gonna look what it's about to autoplay. Pipe smoking in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Let's leave it there. But yeah, that's the inspiration behind this, is that they do actively, like, while they're at Bilbo's, they kind of like look out at the party tree and oversee the party scene, and they're like smoking pipeweed on what I imagine to be some sort of backyard or porch. So we'll see how it ends up. This is, after all, like how you see this area at all. Like, so it makes sense for the foreground to be cute in some way. Oh, you think it looks blue, Totoro? Yeah, that happens sometimes where it doesn't look exactly what it should be. And thank you for asking again, Lemons. How's your day? Thank you for letting me tour your gorgeous island yesterday. Oh, thank you, Erica. You look lovely with your hair too, Erica. I've seen your haircut. You're such a stunner yourself. And hi, Senna. Your week's been good. Your birthday was yesterday. Oh, did you do anything fun for your birthday? Belated happy birthday from us. I hope it was really lovely. I've had every color hair. It's so fun to change up. Yeah, I've actually not ever dyed my hair ever. That's part of why I like to have fun with wigs. It just keeps it simple, having my natural hair, but then getting to like have fun with the wigs on stream or other occasions, dress up. That's the way I see it. getting to my bedtime, but just need to relax for a bit. Oh, thank you, Omega. Hope you have a good sleep pretty soon. It is my goal to start streams earlier. I'm really sorry about that. I've had a weird like mental block with my stream start times and whatnot, and I really need to be better about being more consistent. So that is on my to-do list, and I'll try to prioritize it as much as I can. So I notice when I make it like square like this, I almost feel like it's too short. So I wonder if I should continue it on all the way to the edge. I feel like I like how that looked when it went all the way to the edge. Would you accept a video game music request right now? Usually when I'm playing the in-game audio, I don't, but I am thinking about moving over to a playlist anyway, so I could probably do that. I feel like the playlists are more popular, or I could be wrong though. Feel free to always give feedback on it, what you prefer in the stream, but I feel like you all like the playlist, so maybe we could put one of those on. And the video game request is with the channel points. I've been dying to find a few codes of pipes and pipeweed. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of codes. Do you think you can make like a... I wonder if someone could make like a pro pattern out of the Uchiwa fans? Gosh, sorry for not knowing how to say that, but... You know, the little fan patterns? I wonder if you could make like a little pipe on it or something, because I don't know if I want to use one of my fancy slots on pipes though. One of my blessed 100 slots. I saw someone out the essence. Sorry, having trouble reading that. Laid down a chair in front, and when you laid down it looked like you were smoking. Oh, okay. I think I would have to see a picture of it. I'm not sure if I can visualize that in my head. My first thought was that you could use something that generates smoke, but then it looks like the tree is on fire. There is actually like there's an aroma stick thing that lets off smoke. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, that would probably be perfect, wouldn't it? And I think I'm going to continue this down a little, because this basically like cuts the pattern in half, and it looks too skinny like this, so I'm going to continue it. I think this is a good size right here. Oh, thank you, Pasta. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. Thank you, Winter and Erica. And Sailor Alice, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Benji, what's your song request? Spyro Midday Gardens? I've heard of Spyro. I've never played it though before in my life. I hope this is a good song. What do I do if someone requests a song and it's terrible? do I have veto power? But no, I'm sure it's fine. Let's see what this Midday Gardens is. And hi, Dr. Hammerfrost. Welcome in. Good evening to you too. We're trying to create a little cozy lookout point for the party tree. So this is a Shire reference right here. Thanks for the birthday wishes. It was a nice day. Spent some time with family and treated myself to some new books and cheese. New books and cheese. The essentials. I feel like the books makes sense, but the cheese part is definitely interesting. Are you like a cheese connoisseur? I used to work at like this deli area in Costco. Like I would stock the deli department, and I saw so many cheeses that I had never like heard of or thought to look up or whatever. Just like so many fancy names, and I felt so plebeian. Think they mean incense? Oh yeah. I wonder if I have any of those in my storage. Let's go and pop into my house and see what sort of items we could use. Yeah, no pressure at all, Totoro. If it's at all any trouble, yeah, I'm totally good. Sometimes I like to try to come up with my own thing and not copy others, but the pipeweed was just a fun little idea. It might end up just being more like a lookout spot. But yeah, the thing that gives off like a little trail of smoke that I'm talking about, that should be in here, and I think it's like this thing, the incense burner. Does it come in other colors? Oh, thank you, Pasta. That's sweet of you. Ah, okay. So that's what they used, Totoro, was the incense burner? Okay. Let's go ahead and Google this. And I'm really lazy, so sometimes I just type half the word. Do y'all do the same thing? Do you just like type half the word? I like this T variation. This T variation is very Shire-like. The request songs feature is like a channel points thing. And yeah, overall, it's just a fun way to interact with the stream, but I do try to like pick out my own playlists and in general have like my own flow of music going. But the requests are just like a channel points feature. Hope that makes sense. What is your request, Robin Fee? Love Spyro and the song slaps. Ah, I'm a little curious what Spyro is all about, but I also don't want to be annoying. I know I should probably just know. Alright, so here's our deck so far. I'm kind of wondering if the fencing would look better on the sides to be like a border, but I also like them on the edges here too. I'll think about it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the idea, Hammerfoss. This was one of my first builds on my island. I haven't really touched it in quite a while. It's really bringing back memories of like early Bywater. It's been here so long. The log stakes might be closer, yeah. The fence is so cursed with how it just covers the middle and doesn't cover the edge. Let me go and check out some log stakes then. I may have had a past life as a mouse based on my love for cheese. We have a store called the Cheese Lady that I had never visited and I couldn't resist. Ah, okay. That sounds like a really nice birthday date. I do love me some cheese as well. I remember, like at one point in my life, I was just, I was pretty much vegetarian and I used to think to myself, oh man, I could never be totally vegan because I love cheese too much. Alright, I am looking in the wrong category for log stakes, so that's awesome. Alright, thank you, Robin Fee. I know we have some Donkey Kong fans in the chat. Well, not necessarily in the chat, but like in the community. I've definitely heard a lot of hype about the Donkey Kong music in general, so this will be good. I assume. The Spyro games are really nice, relaxing platformers with creative secrets. The music is created by the drummer from The Police. Oh, that's cool. It can be kind of neat when like real world musicians like cross over into like the video game world. I've definitely kind of heard of that happening. I was just like squinting at my pockets, like how did this happen? I thought I spent the beginning of stream organizing said pockets. Look, they're already filled with log stakes. I must have forgotten to dump these in my storage. It's a dragon platformer. Oh, cool. I think I've seen pictures of it. Do you know what the name of the current song playing is? I love it. Oh, I can link you the playlist. I assume you don't mean the Donkey Kong song. This is the playlist right here. I love the view of those trees and floating lamps. Floating lamps? Oh yeah, and the party tree. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, Second Base. Oh, sounds good, Totoro. No pressure. I fight the fence crisis on the regular. Oh yes, by fence crisis, what Pasta and I are talking about, or like the way you can never get the fencing like on the edge of anything. I actually see some people like make it work though. That's the funny thing about like running into Animal Crossing aesthetic conundrums is like someone out there has like solved this issue and someone out there has done it perfectly. Sometimes you just need to visit some dream addresses for inspiration, but let's see how the log stakes look. I'm not totally sure like what it's gonna do, but something tells me that it might make sense for my deck here to have a border of some sort. So we might do some trial and error to figure out like what the right border is. Been vegetarian my whole life and was vegan the past 10 years. Recently added dairy back in my diet and I didn't realize how much I miss cheese. Yeah, cheese is really good. I'm a big pizza fan, so gotta have my cheese. Love the Donkey Kong bops. Yeah, I'm kind of sad I can barely hear it because of my audio issues. So let's see how this looks. I don't feel like they vibe. They do not vibe with this though. So it's like I gotta have one or the other, but I actually don't think that looks bad. Maybe I should leave those here. Kind of bugs me that they don't match the rest of the fencing everywhere else though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bugs me. Yes, Hammerfrost, you arrived just like a minute too late, I think. We actually played that clip earlier on in stream where Gandalf and Bilbo are smoking. Yes, that is the whole inspiration behind this area. What's interesting about that scene though is they never pan down to show you like what they're sitting on or like what it looks like. So me turning it into a porch is just kind of my own imagination, but yeah, this is inspired by that scene. I think it's really creative for a Shire town. I really like it. Oh yeah, I know Leah likes the Donkey Kong music. She's actually kind of teased me about that before, like, you've never played Donkey Kong, like, you don't recognize this music. And hi Gigi, how are you? Sorry for the voice crack while I tried to say hi to you. What about the aroma pot for smoke? Does the aroma pot give off smoke? I thought it was like a lighting device. But I can check that out too. We do have the incense burner, if that's what you meant. This one definitely gives off smoke. So yeah, I think this is our little smoking thing right here. Wait, are you kidding? Is that all? That is barely any smoke at all. That is not enough smoke for me. That's a ripoff. Barely does anything. Oh, you're welcome, Lemons. I love that playlist creator in general. Highly recommend checking out their playlists. Wow, why is this not really lining up? I guess because technically like half of the pattern is gone here, so we'll have to do a half space to make it look lined up. Spyro was my childhood. Yeah, it sounds like it was a classic for PlayStation or something, and so maybe like if you're only Nintendo exclusive, maybe you're not familiar with it or whatever. I was pretty big into Nintendo, so I didn't play a whole lot of like Sonic or some of the other big classics from the other systems or whatever. And hi Swirlin, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Donkey Kong has an amazing soundtrack. I know, I'm learning. Also, another surprise to me for how good the soundtrack is just like the 3D Mario games. Like, to flex Dire Docks. Y'all want to play that real quick? That's one of my little favorites, is the Mario 64 music about like Dire Docks. Why is it called Dire Docks? I played 64 back in the day. I didn't love it. I prefer the 2D Mario games, but I have played this one. I don't remember why it's called Dire Docks. What's so dire about it? 80 Shades of Brown. None of them match the struggle. Yeah, what also bugs me about the log stakes is it does not look like the border of a porch at all. I know it's the closest I can get to the edge, but it really, truly, it does not look like the border of a porch. So I don't know if I can really forgive myself for using this in that way. Like, I'm sort of trying it out, I'm trying to give it a chance, trying to see if it can vibe, but this is not a porch. No one has a porch like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really realistic, but I am gonna try it. Maybe we'll have to go without an edge to our porch. Oh, and hi, Mary. Oh, it's great to see you. I hope you're doing all right, Mary. I hope you're having as wonderful of a Tuesday as you can. Great to see you. I'm sorry to hear your power's out, Swirlin. That stinks. Yeah, feel free to do some research for me, Hammerfoss. Let me know if there's any sort of seat visible. I was probably gonna put some log seating here, like some of the log sofas and chairs, but overall I'm just not feeling the log stakes. What do you all think? I tried to give it a chance, but I don't think they're working for me. Oh, and hi, Shroomy Crossing. Thank you so much. Welcome in. How are you? How's your week going? Welcome to the Shire. I love that Nancy Drew playthrough. The ending got me good. I've played a lot of Nancy Drew games. I actually didn't think that ending was very good, Benji. I was like a little bit unimpressed, so maybe it was just me remembering my childhood, though. I played the Nancy Drew games when I was a kid, so maybe it's just the fact that I'm older now. It seems like a little bit less impressive. Where is the country fencing? Do I not have it? Oh, here it is. The stack of 50 over here. Here it is. Oh, thank you for the suggestion, Robin Fee. Oh, a camping area? Technically, it's a bit of a party area. This is like a party it up sort of spot over here. Thank you, Octoling Jan. Oh my god, my pockets. I cry. I'm trying to be better, though. This is my New Year's resolution in Animal Crossing. Like, try to be better about my pockets. So, I'm going to take a moment to really concentrate and figure out the best way to go about this. Concentrating. Hi, Bettina. How do you all feel about Bettina? Do you like her? Is she like a little too orange? I have so many like orange houses in my town, so like half my villagers are orange to match the houses. Oh, so they're sitting on a bench. Interesting. Alright, I can do a bench or a log sofa, same thing, right? Oh, the way I was about to drop my bushes here, but no. How about this? Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that. I thought it wouldn't let you plant anything but coconuts. It's Wednesday in the UK right now. Oh, because it's really late. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of like overseas viewers. It would be better if I could start my streams earlier, I think. Love Dire Dire Docs. Oh, do you play lots of Mario, Ginger? And how are you liking Pokemon Snap? I know you were really excited to get Pokemon Snap. A Pokemon Snap for Ginger Snap. Mario 64 is your favorite Mario? Says the guy who hasn't played any 3D Mario past Sunshine. Yeah, Sunshine is about when I stopped too. I never played the Galaxy ones. But yeah, I'm not really big into the 3D Mario. Give me like the retro Mario. And hi Lulu, and hi Jules. How's it going, Jules? How's your week? Pass on the log, boys. It was a thought. We gave it a try. An attempt was made. Pretty sure this water theme plays 3 times. Yeah, I have no memory of it. My memories of Mario 64 are not the best. I actually had trouble like beating one of the levels and I got really lost. What about the low screen? Customized. Oh. This is why it's so great to, you know, stream decorating. You get suggestions and think of items you wouldn't have thought of. Let me go look up this low screen and see if I have it. You want some more Nancy Drew Benji? I posted a screenshot in Discord. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll check it out, especially if I go on break or something. Thank you, Totoro. Thank you for taking that time. Here's the progress on our Green Dragon Inn, by the way. I started to kind of daydream about what to do in this area. Like I said, I have a whole lot of ideas for Bywater, and it's just a matter of taking them to effect. And I have an idea for this pathway. I want it to sort of take you through like a flower meadow, like really go ham on flowers and bushes. And that way it'll kind of lead you away from seeing this illusion. So I think that's really cool, and I look forward to doing that at some point too. Maybe we can even start to tackle that this stream if the porch doesn't take very long. You like Bettina, one of the cutest mice? Yeah, I know you like Bettina, Ginger. Who is your favorite mouse though? Like, who's the tip-top favorite mouse? Just bought Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, I've heard great things about that game. I've heard, like, what do you all think? Up there with Mario Galaxy with the best 3D Mario games? That's sort of what I've heard. I'm obsessed with Snap. I just finished the storyline today. Oh, cool. I've been hearing that there's talk of beating Pokemon Snap and talk of like a story. And I kind of didn't know Pokemon Snap had a story. I thought I was just like running around taking pictures of Pokemon. So count me like a little surprised about that. Okay, so no to the log stakes. I'm thinking about having some weeds. Like aesthetic weeds overlooking the tree, like on certain spots. And maybe now we can play around with the furniture, see what we want going on in the furniture here. Super Mario Odyssey is very fun if you ever want something new. Yeah, there's so many great games out there to try. So many great games, great books, great shows, great media. That's essentially my view of it all. Sometimes you just don't really have time for it all. But at least Mario, sometimes I feel like with Mario you don't have to feel pressured to beat it if you don't want to. Like platformers, I feel like, you know, since there's no story and it's all about just like having fun, like you can just pick it up and play when you want to, so it's not necessarily like a big commitment or time sink. Love the green dragon. Oh, thank you, Erica. I can't wait to get it looking more finished, just like with everything in this town, I guess. The door is so perfect. Oh, thank you. I look forward to adding more texture to it. I'm gonna try to work more on like my main path tomorrow. My main path being the one that like has the cobblestone everywhere, because that's pretty high priority. And then if I have any extra time, maybe I'll try to work on other patterns. Let's put away all these log stakes. They were not working. I guess we've been playing Dire Docks for like 20 minutes. I just saw that Robin Fee requested something. Okay, I know that one, Robin Fee. I can do that. I love Zelda music. Oh my god, this one's 10 hours. Y'all gotta yell at me if I have this on too long, because someone really uploaded a 10-hour version of this. Someone is enthusiastic about the Zora's Domain, or maybe they like fall asleep to it. Okay, so let's go in here and scroll and look for furniture to sit on. I was really kind of drawn in particular to the log sofa, so that's what I'm looking for. Log sofa, and then we can try other things too. Yeah, here it is. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit proud of how I maneuvered all my inclines and all my levels in this game. It did really take some thought to figure out how I was gonna make such a hilly Shire region be only like 8 inclines. So I was pretty happy with how it all worked out and that I managed to make it all work. So your favorites are Candy or Lindbergh? Please tell me Candy, not Lindbergh. I love how you're able to give some of these lesser loved villagers some love though. Mario games are really nice for relaxing and giving your brain a break, at least for me. But maybe that's most of the games I play. Yeah. Animal Crossing can be like that, but you can also, like, if you get really into the decorating, sometimes it can be a bit of a mind workout. But you don't have to play it that way. I actually, in some ways, even though I do get into some intense decorating, I don't really find Animal Crossing decorating that, like, mentally taxing. Like, to me, it's just all about trial and error, so it's not like I'm thinking really hard about placing this sofa. I'm just sort of... Great, I picked up a pattern. Just sort of swapping things out and seeing what looks best is all. It's part of why I like it as a creative outlet so much. I know that there are so many other creative outlets out there, but this one is just so pleasant and stress-free, and I love it. Sorry if you all fall asleep to this. Anyone fallen asleep yet in the chat? And hi, Invisible Man, how are you? Great to see you. Do you all have a favorite 2D Mario game? Let's talk in a Mario language I can understand. Give me your favorite 2D Mario game. Oh my gosh, this bench looks so plain. I guess we're probably gonna have to do the sofa, but when I placed that sofa there, it looked so bad. It looks so plain. This is gonna be hard to like make this all look natural and make it make sense. I wonder if maybe I should just even do a single chair. Like, forget about Gandalf, this is just Bilbo's hangout seat. The diffuser gives off a bit more smoke. Oh, thank you for the tip, Rickazoid. Let me do a little search for that. Oh, thank you, Totoro. I appreciate it. Have a great one. Alright, diffuser. You know how I love my crankies and the ugly villagers. Yeah, I have a bit of a history with Limburg. He had a really good house exterior in New Leaf, so I thought about having him, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. He looks like a, I don't know, he's got like that 5 o'clock shadow, and he just looks a little bit... He just looks a little, you know, just gonna trail off. You all know what I mean when I trail off. Oh, good night, Hammerfrost. I appreciate it. Thanks for the good luck. Your favorite Super Mario World? Me too. Happy to see all the Super Mario Worlds in the chat. I know some people value Super Mario 3 more, which I have nothing against Super Mario 3, but I'd say World ekes it out for me. I prefer World a bit more. Oh yeah, Junksland with the Mario 3. Yeah, that one was fun with all the suits. Do y'all have a favorite like Mario suit? I think they brought a lot of them back for Mario Odyssey. That's what I kept seeing in a lot of the promotional shots. Oh jeez. This is hard. How to do a platform. Maybe I could do like a really classic cliche like a traditional little living room setup here with the sofa in the middle and the chairs on either side. Can't bring myself to do it though. Alright, well maybe I'll put like a little log stool on this side and then that can have like the smoke coming out of it. Oh, thank you, Benji. That means a lot. Appreciate it. But go to sleep if you need to. He looks like he tried to sell me some knockoff watches in a black alleyway or back alleyway. That's a really good description, Ginger. Where did my like little thing go? I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about when I say where did my little thing go? The incense burner. I swear these little leaves in our inventory will be the death of me. So here we go. I'm still not really happy you can't see the smoke super well, but I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. Do you all like it, like, just right next to each other like that, or do you think I should kind of space them apart? Do some half space action. Yeah, this is difficult. I didn't really foresee this being this hard. My favorite Mario power-up is from Mario World, the cape. Oh yeah, I like that one too. I like to fly around and... yeah. There's like a lot of secret areas you can get to in Mario World with the cape. Humidifier might work. Yeah, I don't think I have the diffuser, but you have me really curious about it. Maybe I'll search on Nookazon for it real quick. The frog suit isn't very useful in game, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's always hype getting the frog suit, at least for a Mario level, or a water level. Yeah, that does look like it has more smoke. It looks like it comes out in spurts though. That might be kind of interesting. Maybe if you like hide it behind something. Yeah, that might be interesting if you could hide it behind something and just have the smoke coming out. Yeah, we've been playing Zora's Domain for a few minutes now, so we'll go back to this music. Oh, you like it, Jules? Thank you. I'm kind of wondering if I should customize this log furniture to this warmish color. I feel like there's so many like warm tones in this section of the Shire. Like there's the country fencing, there's all the oranges down below. Maybe I should customize them to the orangey color. It's at least worth a shot. And maybe I'll bring out like a workbench so that I can customize things outside. Maybe switch the burner around so it looks like they're smoking it. What do you mean by switch the burner around? Like, oh, like it was facing the wrong way? You just gave me an idea though, Ginger. This might be cringy. We maybe should not even contemplate it, but I wonder if I could maybe do some sort of illusionistic people, or like do like a witch hat and then do some other sort of hat and then just sort of act like there are people smoking, and then you could maybe put the humidifiers in front of them. I don't know, that could either look really cool or that could look really dumb. It's hard to tell for sure until you actually try it. What did I come in here for? The eternal question over time. Oh! I came in here to customize something, so let's just get out like a toolkit or a toolbox. Maybe like a pipe too. I had a crazy experience driving on the highway just an hour ago. Too long to type here, but I'll put it in the stories and Discord later. Still shook about it and glad to be here to chill. Oh god, that does sound really scary, Jules. I'm really sorry about that. Scary driving experiences can really like shake you up and leave you pretty traumatized for at least like the rest of the day, maybe even longer. I hope you do get to relax and try to put it behind you and recover. And I'm glad that you're safe. So first things first, let's customize those log things to be the orangey color, because it's just a hunch, but something tells me that they might kind of go with the color scheme of the overall area better. We shall see. The music reminds you of Fantasy Life? Oh, I heard good things about that game. You definitely sound like you play more of like a variety of games than I do, Mary. So is there a version of this that has no pillow at all? Yeah. So I want the one probably with no pillow, unless you all think it would look cozier with a pillow. That might be worth a shot. Maybe it looks better with a pillow. Bilbo would like it nice and cozy. Think you could pull the false people off? Ah, interesting. I did that once before with Gandalf. what might look a little funny is I already had an illusionistic Gandalf somewhere, so then there would be kind of like 2 illusionistic Gandalfs. Maybe I could just do an illusionistic Bilbo if that bothers me. So what did I customize? The log chair? Oh, I do like that better. I think that's so nice the way they gave something in the game that is the log series of furniture, but it matches the country fence. Because they do go well with each other. Yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. That matches the country fence so much more. I'm vibing. And I guess I should go ahead and customize pretty much everything to that same color. Keep it all matchy-matchy. You can get different colored log stakes. Yeah, Invisible Man. It's actually a whole thing, like in cottagecore world. It's almost a debate. Like, what color do you like your log stuff? You like dark, orange, white, the birch. There's so many good varieties. Oh, thank you for the hugs for Jules. Gandalf teleports. It might be worth it if I can manage to get it to look really good or something. It might be worth it to have 2 Gandalfs. I'm sure Dream visitors will understand, but it would hurt my soul a little bit to have like 2 Gandalfs. Oh no, we ran out of customization kits. I think I have some more in storage, so that's fine. I have faith in you. Thank you. Maybe while I'm in here, I'll grab some of those hats. Oh wait, I probably don't just like casually have witch hats lying around because that's not my usual aesthetic. So I guess we'll have to order them. Oh, maybe like the backpack for Bilbo with like a little... Can you even put the backpack outside? I'm gonna try it. Looking for both a witch hat for Gandalf potentially, which I think the best one is maybe just like the frugal hat. And I also want to find like some sort of Bilbo hat, and that one might be like a little bit more weird to contemplate. Like what sort of hat would Bilbo wear? Maybe the outdoor hat like in green? But the hat is just necessary anytime you do like an illusion of people. You need to have some sort of head. This really makes you miss the mannequins, doesn't it? The mannequins back from like the New Leaf days, you would have been able to just like create a mannequin with the sort of character you wanted. I miss those things sometimes. And we also came in here for customization kits. Look at me remembering. Look at that character growth. Oh, here they are. Can you get a brown visual punk wig as Bilbo's hair? Let me search for that. I know that unfortunately that is definitely not something I would have bought, but wow, it's perfect. Holy crap. Why is this like the best wig ever? Oh my god. I'm looking at pictures of the visual punk wig right now, and it's sending me, taking me back to 2008. Look at this gloriousness right here. Look at this little anime character. But yeah, that does look a lot like a sort of Bilbo hair. I don't know. I don't have it though. That does bum me out a little. Oh my god. Getting some IRL pictures in here too. Alright. That's enough of that. Yeah. Psst, psst. If anyone chat wants to do a little trade for the visual punk wig, hit me up, because that's probably what I should use for like any sort of Bilbo illusion that I do. Or don't do, honestly. Like, I don't know if I should do it. Put like a little backpack and then the visual punk wig above it. Oh my god. Could it work? The mannequins are at the Abels. Why can't we have them of our own? I know. I miss them. That was so cute in New Leaf too, the way you could like earn friendship with the Abel sisters and get those over time. Not 2008. I kind of had a bit of a phase like that myself. I had me some mean side bangs. I actually still like side bangs though. Like, I think side bangs are valid whether they're associated with the emo culture or not. And hi Corinthum Queen, welcome in. How's it going? How's your week so far? Oh, you don't have it, Ginger? That's alright. I can always get it for myself off stream. And we can use a hat in the meantime, and I'm sure that the visual punk wig will have like a similar effect. Oh yeah, so I guess we would have to like meet up in person physically, Winter. Like we would have to like Wi-Fi for real. I mean, I'm game if you're game, but no pressure or anything either, Winter. I can get it off stream. Hi Tom and hi GPV. How are y'all today? What are you all up to? Still in my 2008 emo phase. At least not aesthetically, Ginger. You have your own sense of style that's unique to your tastes, but I guess we all have those emo emotional days. We deserve it after 2020. We all should let ourselves feel that pain sometimes. So I'm customizing all these to orange because that's what matches the fencing best. Hopefully I don't miss anything. And I'm thinking that maybe the sofa will be tall enough to hide the base of, like, you know, that awkward little base that's by the backpack. So I'm just gonna try to put the log sofa in front. Little floating backpack. Shoot, that is not tall enough. Damn. The way that did not work. Is there something better then? How about the chair? Is the chair taller? Is this whole idea cursed? Oh, thank you, Winter. And I hope you're doing okay, by the way. And Kim, how goes it? I'm doing pretty good. We're trying to work on this little overlook here and got maybe a little too cute with our ideas. I don't really think that this Bilbo illusion will work, but it was a cute as heck idea, okay? It was really cute, but I don't think it's gonna work out because, overall, what's most important about this build is, I think, the wow factor of looking over the edge. So if you have some sort of awkward illusion, like in the foreground, that's just gonna ruin it, kind of, you know? Maybe I should be more open. Maybe I should try some tall things like barrels to cover up the backpack base. So we'll try something taller, just in case there's some perfect thing. Yeah, I hope you're doing good today, Kim. Hope you're having a good start to the week. Doing a rare Tuesday stream today because I've got some family visiting later in the week. My brother's gonna come over, and he has like a bunch of little munchkins as well. So I'm kind of nervous if I do end up streaming at some point while he's here. Might have to look into like noise gates on OBS or something. Might have to investigate on how to, I don't know, not have background noise filter in. So let's look for barrels. I don't know why I have so many of these pirate barrels, but none of the regular barrels. I need to fix that sometime. Too lazy right now, though. Auntie Amy. Oh. I'm not really the best with kids, but I'll try to be a good auntie. So this is pretty much the final test of if the illusion can work. Because the barrel should be tall enough to hide it. And if this doesn't look good, then I think we'll probably give up on it. I mean, it does kind of hide the base, but maybe not in the way that we want. It looks kind of funny. That makes me wonder if maybe the sideways barrel would be better. Oh, that's a sweet suggestion, Invisible Man. Yeah. Hope it's a nice visit. Yeah, me too. And I'm sure we'll play some like board games and whatnot as well. Ah, Ruby Rebel, hey! And hi Jess! And hi NSB and Grimwald. Oh, look at all those cute emojis. All the forest critters and whatnot. Welcome in, everyone. Hi Yellow Roses, hi Ellie. Hi Ruby. How was your stream? What did you all get up to? I recognize a lot of you from elsewhere on Twitch. I think, you know, Ellie of course, and Jess. I think we met through Mori Kitsune's stream, and I've seen you there too, Ruby Rebel. Thank you so much for choosing my stream to come and raid. It really means a lot. I really appreciate it. And welcome on in. My name's Amy, and I'm currently kind of working on a Shire-themed island, so if there's any Lord of the Rings fans, you might get the reference of like where Bilbo has like his party. Aw, Ellie! Thank you, Ellie, I really appreciate it. Thank you for gifting us up to Ruby. I hope you enjoy those emotes. And I really, really appreciate the support and the raid. Stream was good. I thought I was gonna have a long stream, but I wound up finding Gala and 9 tickets. So I switched over to some decorating. Ooh, that'll be a perfect little thing to switch over to then, because we're also decorating. Maybe you can help me with this awful porch idea that I'm doing. It's really hard to make this porch look natural because the patterns look like very flat, and I have to put like all this chunky like log furniture on top and somehow get it to like look like it makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out whether I should go like simplistic or super cluttered. But anyway, that was a lot of rambling. Winter, thank you so much for the biddies, by the way. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. That's super generous. And thank you again, Ellie, for the gift sub, and Ruby for the raid. Congrats on finding Gala and just 10 tickets. No kidding. I used to always wonder. I don't really do a whole lot of. Sorry, I'm looking for something in my pockets. Here we go. I don't do a lot of villager hunting because I have all the amiibo cards, but I used to sometimes wonder like what happens to streamers when they like go on a villager hunt and they find them right away. Like, do they just do something else the rest of the stream? I guess you gotta improvise a little, be on your toes. So, I think I might give up on this idea. What do you all think, chat? Do you think the whole like illusionistic Bilbo is just not gonna fly, or do you think it has more wings than that? You think I should not give up? I lean towards cluttered. Yeah, I'm all about some cluttercore too. What is your island like, Ruby? If you don't mind me asking. Sometimes I think it's really fun way to like get to know people is like how they decide to design their Animal Crossing islands, what sort of theme that they do and stuff. Gala is so cute. Yeah, I have a few piggies myself. Should I go and show off my pigs and walk around town a little bit and give a little tour? This is supposed to be Baggend from the Shire, hence like the green door and the bright walls. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the color scheme of all like the Hobbit doors that are around the Shire. And so the Baggend garden has to have the best garden. And I tried to pick lots of houses that reminded me of Hobbit holes and delve them into the cliffs. But pardon the work in progress paths. And I've got some of my piggies living down here. What are you thinking about, Victoria? A college cardigan. What is a college cardigan? The way Victoria was like, well, whatever, I'm still gonna give it to you. Alright, let's see. What is a college cardigan? Oh, okay. At least it's my color, at least it matches my hair, but I'm not really into it. You have Celeste? Oh, nice. I haven't had Celeste in a long time. Oh, here's one of my piggies. Oh, I forgot to tell Maggie about this. Yeah, I guess we delivered something on her behalf. What if you put the fencing over the edge of the decking so it's less harsh of a cutoff? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We struggled with the fencing as well. I've tried like log stakes. Oh, Becca, thank you for the follow. I've tried log stakes, and I guess I didn't really like how they looked because they were too jagged. Let me try what you suggested, because that might be a cute little edge. Yeah, I think I'm into it. Oh my gosh. Alright. Helps you be able to see out over the lookout too. Yay! I think it helps match all the furniture that I have too. Brings like that fencing a little closer into the furniture. I guess the reason why I had it on the edge of the cliff was sorta to prevent you from falling over the cliff. I tend to like to do that with cliffs sometimes, like put a little safety rail. You think it has potential, the illusionistic Bilbo? Maybe you just gotta do it like the exact perfect right way. The island I was decorating today, I have 2. Oh, me too. It's a pretty foresty natural with some farm areas. In the middle is a big swamp. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Especially the swamp. That sounds so fun. Thank you for the follow. Cluttercore, my style exactly. Yeah, I love me some cluttercore. especially with interiors. I walk into some people's interiors that are just so lovingly... Oh, Daft Pixie, thank you so much for the 200 biddies. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yeah, like some people's interiors are so lovingly like minimalist, and then there's mine over here with just like a million items everywhere, not a single space wasted. It's just how I roll. Oh my gosh, that hides it perfectly. I kind of dig that. I don't really like the fact that I guess it looks like Bilbo's just sort of leaning against a barrel. I don't really like that aspect of it. But I kind of like that it hides the base of the backpack perfectly. So therefore, maybe the illusion could work. We could have a little fake Bilbo smoking pot. Oh man, I need the wig now. Winter, do you mind if we meet up? So I can get that like the emo wig. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it the emo wig. It's a visual punk wig is what it's technically called. Yeah, I'll give you whatever you want, Winter. What do you want? I'll show you what I got. What is this song? Sounds like Okami? It's Kakariko Village. Unless maybe it's been going on so long, or going on for a short enough amount of time that you're referring to a previous song. But yeah, I think it's Kakariko. I got Boots today. I love him already. Oh, Boots? Boots the villager? I feel like I never even hear about him. No one ever checks for Boots. I'm gonna try the rocking chair just to see if that's a little bit more natural than the barrel. Oh, you sent me the wig, Jules? Seriously? Over in Athalia or Bywater? Let me see if it's in Bywater. And hi, Iris. Thank you for the lurk. And I hope you have a wonderful dinner, Ruby Rebel. It was really sweet of you to bring your community over. And I hope I can catch some of your streams and see that lovely like swamp of yours. And your island sounds amazing. And thank you so much again for the raid. I hope you have a lovely dinner and rest of your night. Go and unwind and chill. I appreciate it. And thanks for the tip about the fencing too. That was a good call. I plan on putting a few weeds or flowers, like maybe plucked flowers, behind the fence so that it just looks like cute little tufts of vegetation popping up on the other side. And just overall, it's going to look a lot better because of your tip there. All right, to the mailbox. And Daft Pixie, thank you for the biddies. And hey, how are you today? How's it going? Hi, Kalik. The island is looking awesome, and yes to Bilbo. Bring out that emo wig. I know, I'm so excited. If this is disappointing, I'm gonna be a little emo myself. But let's cross our fingers and hope it just like is the perfect illusion. Oh, Rhinestone sent me something. Hi, Crystal. Oh, thank you.
I am a huge lurker, but you're so talented and your streams always make me feel safe and cozy. You're the queen of Animal Crossing. Purple Heart.
Oh, thank you so much. Those are the kindest words. I feel like I want to cut out those words and keep them close whenever I'm feeling down. That's really, really kind of you, Crystal Mazes, and I just always love seeing you here or seeing you on Twitter, and I love your Animal Crossing screenshots too. I mean, me, the queen of Animal Crossing, you're pretty queenly yourself. But thank you so much for the support and for 3 months. I really, really appreciate it. No pressure at all, but 3 months with that new sapling badge. You can get a sticker if you'd like, but only if you're comfortable with it. Like a little sample here, a little Melba sticker. Oh crap, you can't even see it. Holds up a Melba sticker, and it's just like reflecting the light of my luminous thing right there. That's what lights up my face. It's what's washing me out right now. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yes, opening presents. Thank you so much again, Crystal Mazes. Welcome back to the Force fam for 3 months. So, oh, you sent me the serving cart and a different color rhinestone. Oh, that was so nice of Rhinestone. I don't think they're here right now. And oh gosh. Okay, I gotta set this up with the proper drama that it requires. Because this is a big deal here. Is this a half-space shenanigan? This looks like a half-space shenanigan. Look at me catching the half-space shenanigan before it happens. That is character growth. Normally I'm just like, why can't I drop something here? Okay, so there's the barrel. How about Bilbo's just like lurking in the corner? Because otherwise I feel like the barrel will look so weird just like hovering in the middle, but I gotta figure this out. Drum roll. Okay. So it needs work. It was not a miracle. Oh my god, this is so funny. The way that I was like so hopeful. It looks like that. But thank you so much, Jules. I really appreciate it. Oh god. I think you need to like perch the hair on something. You need to have a process. The hair's gotta be higher. I did this with Gandalf. I did this with Gandalf before. You need to get like something, little small stool to put the wig on. Great, I have no wooden stools. Awesome. Let's go and craft some, I guess. And let me guess, it's yet another item that uses regular wood, just like every other cool wooden item in the game. They all use regular wood. My day's been great. Lots of work, but enjoyably so. Oh, that's good. Love some positivity about work. And thank you so much. That's really kind of you to say that you hope my day is not just going well, but marvelously. You're definitely making it better. Thank you, Dav Pixie. Where the heck is my tool? I thought it was out here. Did I pick it up? I'm looking for my tool kit or toolbox, whatever you want to call it, workbench. Alright, maybe I put it away. I don't really know where it went. Oh dear. I personally love it. You would, Ginger. No, I'm just messing. The lover of cursed villagers. Hi, Rakia. Great to see you. How's it going? Are you any more exams down, Rakia? What's the exam count? Not to open up with that or anything and cause you any more anxiety than you probably feel. I hope you're coping okay, Rakia. Great to see you. Welcome into our chaotic Bilbo illusion attempt. This may or may not work, but we will try and have fun doing so. I wonder if I should try the floor seat to like cover up the backpack, because that would actually look like he's sitting down. Anyway, I'm trying to find my thing that I craft on, but I can't find it. If anyone knows where that is, I will give you money in Animal Crossing. No, I'm just kidding. I've never sunk that low. I've never, like, bribed my chat on telling me where I misplaced something in the game. I need to not sink that low. Let's have a little look around and see if we can find my missing workbench. Take a nice stroll around the Shire while doing so. Ginger, I hope you know I'm kidding. You didn't have one today? Well, that's good. I'm glad you got a little break from it. Oh, dang, we just ran into Victoria doing some yoga. Yoga by the pub, or whatever you call this. I guess it's an inn, a pub, an inn, tavern. I have one tomorrow, Thursday, and the last one on Tuesday. Those are pretty spread apart, except for the next two, but I mean, you'll have to wait a little bit for the Tuesday one. That stinks. Like, I bet you kind of want to be done after you take the next two, but then you're gonna have one on Tuesday. But best of luck on them. I hope they go well. I don't really know what to do about the missing workbench situation, because I think it's like really hard to craft those. Like, that's gonna be really painful. Alright, gonna do one last little sweep through, make sure I didn't put it anyplace weird. Oh, Zenren, thank you. 9 months. That's such a cool milestone. Thank you so much for the...
Thanks for all the cozy vibes.
Oh, we were in sync, thanking each other. No, thank you for such a long streak of support, Zenren, and congrats on the new tree badge. Your acorn grew up all the way into a tree. All the hype and love in chat. Thank you, Zenren. Feel free if you'd like to get a sticker. Oh, Ginger already linked it for us. Thank you so much, Zenren. How have you been lately? You have an AP exam on Tuesday. I hope that one's not any more difficult than a regular exam. I guess I have committed since I've literally like misplaced my workbench. I don't know how that happens. I seem to remember that there's one workbench that practically requires all of the materials in the game. So I'm just gonna kind of grab everything that I can see. We're just gonna craft ourselves a new one. I don't really know how this stuff happens to me, but I'm sure I'll come across it later somewhere. And in order to craft it, maybe I can just go over to Tom Nook's. Oh, the contrast in the chat. The rotten acorn followed by the giant one. There was a workbench over by your villager working out. Oh, thank you, Pineapple. I'm sprinting over there. I'm running. Victoria. Hiding my workbench from me. Ah. I'm gonna run in circles out of anger. Get it all out. Work out with Victoria. Oh my gosh. Do I have the workout emotion? Can I work out with Victoria right now? Oh, she stopped. Oh, thank you for the follow. Look at us derpily working out together. Okay, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know how I didn't see it. I will try to explain myself though. The one that I thought I lost was the tree stump one. You know, the tree stump workbench? So that might be laying somewhere too. But that was the one that I thought I lost, so I was kind of like running around looking for that one in particular. Just so you don't think I'm as crazy. There it is! See? Oh. Well, now we have two. Now we have two. Oh my god, I'm such a mess. Oh my gosh, Kim, you saw it too, didn't you? I feel so dumb right now. Been busy with university stuff, lots of writing, lurking and watching your VODs helps me stay calm. Oh, thank you for watching those. That's really kind of you. The party tree is so pretty. I want to do something similar. Can you tell me how you did it? Oh, sure. I can wander over there if you want and kind of break the illusion and show you the different tiers of trees. It's basically just kind of like planting trees in a row on multiple tiers. And since the Animal Crossing trees are their lovely derpy selves and just kind of look like balls of leaves anyways, it actually can make for a pretty convincing, you know, like it can make a pretty convincing new big tree because all those little tree balls combine into one big tree ball. Alright, I was a little too vigorous with my inventory droppage just there. I need some wood, because we're trying to craft some wooden things. So I'm gonna go and get some wood. Oh, thank you, Snuggle. I appreciate it. That means a lot. Yeah, welcome into the Shire. Kim, thank you. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Kim. Oh, Kim's on Club Tortimer with me, and it's just support enough being on the same team together and having you here in chat, Kim. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome on into the Force fam. You're so sweet, and I'm so happy to have you. Let's have some hype and warm welcome in the chat for Kim. Thank you so much. Now they're both hidden by the house? Yeah, Kim's like, watch out, Amy's gonna be running around looking for 2 workbenches now. Okay, so now I'm looking for regular wood. Always looking for something on this channel. The annoying thing, I'm sure you all can feel this too, but when I'm browsing furniture, I like it in alphabetical order, and when I'm browsing the materials, I like it in type. So it's kind of annoying. You have to go back and forth between type and alphabetical, unless you're really good and you know like all the materials in alphabetical order. But yeah, let me not forget about your request, Sailor Alice. I'm gonna make this little wooden stool before I forget that too, and then let's go and head over and get a closer look at the party tree. You should get a springy ride-on as Shadowfax. Oh, I love that suggestion. Ruckazoid, I don't know if you ever saw my Gandalf illusion, because my Gandalf illusion was actually pretty good, but I picked it up because it was sitting on a path, and you know how I'm like working on my paths right now. But yeah, I used the springy ride-on for Gandalf riding a horse into town, like on his little cart like he does at the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring. But I actually gave him a brown horse. Should I swap that horse out for a white one, or will he have not obtained Shadowfax yet at that point in the story? Because technically when he visits the Shire, he doesn't have Shadowfax yet. Okay, so now we gotta put the wig back. I'm really nervous about all this. It's like I want it to work, but part of me knows that it probably won't. But I'm not like ready to give up yet either, so I'm just like struggling along. This is kind of like where I'm at right now. It's like I want it to work, but I have a bad feeling it won't. So I'm just trying to like see it through and hopefully prove myself wrong. Let's try this right here. Yeah, and see, that's not tall enough to hide it anymore. We're gonna have to go for the big boy barrel. I feel like I've heard Pokemon Diamond and Pearl music within the playlist you've been playing, and I love it. I don't play much outside of Animal Crossing, but Pokemon Diamond and Pearl has a special place in my childhood. Yeah, I played a lot of Pokemon Platinum in particular, so ironically, when people say Diamond and Pearl, I think more about Platinum in a special. Like Platinum was my big thing that I poured so much time into, but I know they're basically the same thing. But yeah, that's my favorite generation. That's my favorite region. I love Sinnoh, has some of my favorite Pokemon in it, so I'm all about that. You know, I really like that illusion from here. Like, that actually looks really freaking cool, like from here. But then it totally loses it from this point of view. So, you know, I don't want it to lose it from any sort of point of view. I gotta find something taller. Are you gonna play the Sinnoh remake, Lemons? Really excited. Oh, you just typed that. Really excited about the remake coming out in November this year. Yeah, I'm excited too, and I probably will set aside some time to play it because I have such a pastime with that series. Trying to wrap my head around this. Will the backpack still work? Will the backpack help hide the stool, or will it just look weird? Yeah, I think it just looks weird. I wish it could work though. Let's try a sofa one more time. No, the sofa's too short. I think it's gotta be the barrel, if anything. How are you all feeling about the illusion? Do you still think it has potential, or do you think it's time to, like, hang up the towel on it? Aw. Yeah, you get to use the emotes. Let me know which one's your favorite. Thank you, Kim. I love watching your streams too. You're so fun to listen to. I love your voice and your demeanor and your personality and all that. That view looks lovely. Oh, thank you, Snuggle. Let's go and see a closer view while I continue to contemplate whether that build, that little illusion, has any merit, any worth continuing at all. But this is how it looks up close, and I do have a plan to make this area look okay too. I want to put my little cobblestone path when it's all done sort of underneath here, like it's almost like a plaza, like a party plaza, and in between the cobble, like have some weeds poking through. So I think it'll look really nice down below here too. And you can see now, based off of what Sailor Alice asked, you can see how up close the illusion does start to break a little. You can see like all the trees lined up, and it's basically like a row of trees, and then likewise, so it goes like 3, 3, and then it goes 2, and then 1. So 3, 3, 2, 1. And I think I even did the 4th tier glitch. So you know me, if you've watched this channel a lot, you know that I do the 4th tier glitch and I do the tree glitch. So this is the upper view of the tree illusion. Oh, thank you, Jules. Oh, thank you, Tin Hat. What do you mean by layout? Do you mean like my overlay, or do you mean like my island map? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your Laputa building? Oh, I'd love to see how that comes out and how your island turns out one day, Sailor Alice. Alright, well, back to this nonsense. Maybe I just don't know when to give up. Maybe I'll look through the DIYs, see if I see anything taller or that makes more sense than the barrel. Like maybe the stall? Or maybe just like a fencing, like he's like leaning against a fence or something like that. Ah. Ooh, okay. This fence is really tall, so if anything's gonna help me hide something, maybe it's the fence. Okay, let's try that. There's this one fence that's especially tall. It's the vertical board fencing. And it's like super duper tall. So if you put that there, and then maybe you put the backpack. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna try dropping the I'm gonna try dropping the wig one more time. It looks so bad when you do it like that. It looks so bad. You gotta perch it up somehow. It just can't be like that. Looks like Bilbo's like face down on the ground. Looks like he's struggling. Okay, so we gotta do the stool. But my problem is not solved. Maybe I need a clothing item. Where's my green Bilbo cloak? Where's my green Bilbo cloak? Do I have some sort of dress to test that out with? I keep wanting this to work. It's so sad. I know. I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to give up. Oh, thank you, Tin Hat. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, being a forest life, I thought it'd be kind of cool to have like foresty graphics, and we have some like foresty badges and whatnot too. I'm glad you like them. What a type of fencing height? Same thought at the same time? Same brain cell? That's really cool we had the same thought. What did I come in here for? Oh yes, a shirt. Thought of it quickly this time. How about like a little night dress? Just for now, because I don't have a whole lot in here. Oh, thank you so much for the lurk, Doremi. Hope you're having a nice evening. Feel like you're so close. Winter wants it to work. Okay. Dress. Oh, come on. You couldn't land the right way. Let me guess. Half space shenanigans. Oh, okay, never mind. It's time to turn in the towel. I don't know. I don't want to give up, but I think I should. Don't you all think so? You still think I'm close, Winter? Maybe with a bush standee? I could maybe go see if I have one of those. Shivi's doing some last minute work. Oh my gosh, the way I pronounce Shivi's name wrong. Don't tell her I did that, Rakia. Good luck, Shivi, on your work. Bilbo with back problems. Oh my god, that was so funny seeing it like from far away, just looking like some odd like alien creature like hanging out. Oh god. So let's look for things in housewares, because someone suggested maybe like a hedge standee. Oh, here's all my standees. That's the good thing about sorting by type, as sometimes like everything's just kind of together, and I do like alphabetical sometimes though. Recazoid. The encouragement. I feel like y'all are almost trolling me with the encouragement at this point. Someone needs to tell me to hang it up. Bilbo's been hitting those ales. What's so funny about this too is like this whole thing could be solved if you literally just created a Bilbo character, but I am stubborn as heck and I will not create any other characters. But if I just like made a Bilbo, he could like walk around. What is this song? Okay, we're gonna skip this song. I've discovered I do not like Tarrytown from Breath of the Wild, so we're gonna skip it. Okay, I'm trying to concentrate. Does anyone know if there's anything smaller than a wooden stool? Is there anything in the game smaller than this? Because that might be my key to this actually working. Is there anything smaller than the wooden stool? I'm trying to think. My brain is empty. I'm trying to think and nothing's coming out. Mushstool? Mushstool is pretty good. I'd like you to succeed, but I also know that I'd have given up ages ago. Yeah, you know, that's funny you say that because someone the other day very specifically complimented me with the word persistent. It was Oolong Crossing in the chat. They were like, you know, one thing I admire about you, Amy, you're really persistent. And I got a kick out of that, because that is very me. I am kind of stubborn sometimes. So, I kind of wish there was a category just for chairs. Because that would be really cool. Then I could just browse, like, stools and whatnot, but I guess I gotta scroll through here and try to find the ones that are small. I like the idea of the mush stool. I think that one's pretty small. Thank you, Recazoid. What if I put something on here and so it looked like cute little pumpkins sticking out? Yeah, let's try that. I'll look for the mush stool too. Cardboard box or cushion? Oh yes, the cushion. That's a good suggestion. Thank you so much, Jess. Do I have any cushions? If not, we're gonna do some time traveling because I know I have the cushion in my catalog. I can always just order it. Zen cushion? Ah, thank you. Thank you, Doremi. The stone stool? Thanks for the suggestion. I think that one's actually like a little tall and a little bit similar to the size of the regular wooden stool. Yeah, I'll grab some of these, try them out. I wonder if this one's small. I'll skip that for now. Kim telling me, I think you passed the mush stool. I'm always doing that. And hi Nathan, I hope you're doing well too. How's it going? Hope your week is doing great so far. Okay. I can thank this lovely build also for filling up my pockets with all this nonsense. I'm gonna drop some of the stuff that I'm probably not gonna need like over by Nook so I can sell it later. I guess I could go and actually sell it right now. Do y'all ever just like use the Dropbox out of laziness and then you pay for it the next day with that loading screen of like the Nooklings calling your phone and then you regret it. You regret your actions from the day before. But this can be a quick fix sometimes if you just want to get rid of things real quick. Okay, something else I'm wondering. I'm wondering if maybe this thing, like the backpack, I'm wondering if it can go like on some sort of stool too, because that could also help me potentially. Alright, so I'm so curious. Let's do spooky lantern set. Oh, no room? Spooky lantern set, and then have the pumpkins facing outwards. And then can you put the backpack on top, please? Please. No. I guess not. Oh, did you all know that? Did you know you couldn't put like a backpack on top of like a table? That would have really helped me out because then it would have raised the backpack a little more, I think. Oh well. Don't think I've ever done that. Never tried to put a backpack on top of a table. I've actually seen some people suggest that that's not the most aesthetic thing in the world, is what they did with the backpack display. They could have totally, like, done something a little bit better than that, like give us a backpack just aesthetically laying on top of a table like the actual bag, but they chose to, like, put it on a weird stand. Why did they do it like that? Maybe one day I will find the mush low stool. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this thing's chunky. A chunky stool. The comedy just never stops. Oh god. Okay, well the cushion. The cushion, we gotta try that too. Ooh, what if he customized the cushion to like a wooden pattern? So he's like all in disguise. He's in disguise. I'm just gonna leave Bilbo like that, looking like a hunk of something over there. Oh, I started searching for pillow. That's not what it is. It's cushion. The music makes it funnier. How so? Not gonna lie, I'm still just listening to my playlist made by Shadow at Noon. Let me know if y'all aren't vibing with it anymore or whatever. We can switch the playlist. So let's just do the cushion and this. Aw. That is just the saddest thing. I'm at my order limit. Alright, well, we'll time travel a few days if we have to. You know, that pumpkin thing gave me an idea though. Like, what if I put Bilbo's hair on it? Would this be the perfect little thing to put Bilbo's hair on? Maybe look like, give him something to be sitting on? I don't know, we might have done it, y'all. We might have done it. I actually kind of, I like this a lot more than anything else I've done, and it might look kind of cool in some form if you squint your eye. I don't know about the backpack though. The backpack I might just have to give up on the backpack, but I kind of like this. And especially if maybe you put something behind him just to cover up the awkwardness, like our good old, oh no. Not that. Do you sense the pain when that happens? Do you just feel it reach through you on the screen? I'm sure you do. If we put something here like a barrel, maybe the barrel would cover up the awkwardness a bit. Or even a chair, maybe like a bench or something. Yeah, let's try a rocking chair. Oh. Okay, that he still looks a little disconnected from his body there, but from certain angles it looks pretty cool though. Alright, I'm a fan. We might be doing the Bilbo illusion after all. We might. And I hope y'all in chat aren't cringing at me too much. I hope you feel a bit of hype for getting somewhere too. Let's time travel and get the cushion. Put the humidifier behind the wig. Or like in front of the wig. Yeah, I definitely agree that, and we did order the humidifier. I definitely agree we need some sort of form of smoke happening, because that's the whole point of this, is Bilbo's smoking and looking out at the party. If Bilbo works out, we could maybe do Gandalf too, but, maybe like one human illusion is enough. Maybe we don't have to go too wild and do 2 illusions. Maybe we should just do 1. So this one's called Happy Nintendo Music. Aw, this is familiar. This is New Horizons music. Nice to see New Horizons get some representation in the playlist circulation. I feel like I haven't even heard this song in a while because I'm always playing in the evening. Taking advantage of perspective seems very fitting considering they use that technique in the movies for height differences. Oh wow, Senna, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, the hobbits in general, when I'm watching the movie, sometimes I even forget that they're supposed to be short, because a lot of times when you see the hobbits, you're just like looking at their faces or looking at them next to each other, and then sometimes they zoom out and like show the hobbits next to like Aragorn or some of the other people they meet, and then you see like how short they made them look. There's Panseti doing her morning yoga. Appropriate with the morning music going on right now. I was a little sad to leave that beautiful sunset though. That beautiful sunset was really sending me, and we had to time travel. Aw, she kept it simple, didn't talk about her crossword, talk about her socks. She just wished me a happy Bywater weekend. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is like the next morning regret of getting that phone call and being like, oh yeah, I sold some stuff at the drop box. Okay, so first things first, let me check my mail. And maybe even first things second, what were we about to order? I already forgot. Weren't we gonna order something? Oh yeah, a cushion. I'm not 100% sure if the cushion is still needed, because it does feel like that little hay bed thing works really well. But we'll order a few just in case. Oh, I don't have a Zen cushion. That one might be even shorter. I see what she did there. Really good rhyme. Okay. Did my humidifier come in? Because let's try the humidifier if it did come in. Oh yeah, we got all the good stuff in. I'm kind of sad that half of it is like Gandalf illusion shenanigans though, when I'm probably not gonna have a Gandalf. Oh, great. Whoa, did y'all see that? It took a second for my pockets to load. My pockets had to think. I'm feeling a bit of ground storage action up in here. Like, let's just unceremoniously drop some things. Maybe not those, though. Might need those. The mushed low stool. That one was really funny. I got a kick out of that one. And the traveler's backpack. I really wish that that could work. That might be the one part of the build I definitely can't get right, no matter what. Sent you a Zen cushion. Oh, thank you, Jules. I really appreciate it. And hi, Drewby. How's it going? I'm looking at what this music is. Apparently like a beach from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Y'all think it's too jaunty? Is it too jaunty? Oh, and hi, Chilled Witch. How are you doing today? We're working on kind of a Bilbo illusion here in Bywater. And it was going terribly at first, but we're seeing some hopes. The Bilbo illusion just kind of came to us too because we're trying to like create the overlook for looking out over the Shire, and thought it would be cool if like Bilbo was smoking pipeweed. Okay, will the humidifier be nice and hidden right here? Did I not order the humidifier? Kind of looks like he's smoking though, like from that angle, even just with that item. Looks like he has like a little... looks like he's got like a cigarette or something. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. This build is cracking me up today. Okay, so I know what I'm looking for first. Humidifier first. Love the idea for this area. Oh, thank you, Drewby. You like some Lord of the Rings, don't you, Drewby? Oh, that's good to hear, Chilled Witch. The incense does look like a pipe. Think I saw a humidifier in your mail? Oh, dang. Looked at that chat a little too late, Senna. I went ahead and ordered another one. Let's see if the incense burner comes in brown though, because if we want to kind of have it blend in and not draw attention to itself, I think like a brown color would be best. Oh, great. Didn't add enough letters here. Oh, okay. That's probably the closest thing to a brown is the one that I ordered. Never seen or read the series, familiar with it, and you helped me stay in the know? Oh, really? Oh, okay. It was you sort of saying I love the idea for this that I thought you recognized the reference of like where it's from with Bilbo and Gandalf looking out over the party, smoking some pipeweed. Okay. I feel like the last thing I might want to do is time travel for the cushion. Can y'all think of anything else I should order? Anything else that I might need for the build? I don't want to scroll through my whole catalog or anything, but it would be nice to not time travel again. So if you all can think of anything that I might need, feel free to suggest it before I time travel. Maybe I can do, oh, did someone suggest like a cardboard box? Well, I guess nothing's coming to mind, so maybe I should just go ahead and time travel. If you rotate the incense burner 180 degrees, does it hide better while still seeing the smoke? Oops. Maybe a little better. I have to admit the incense burner is almost what bugs me most about the build from here, because that like kind of sticks out as a sore thumb. I feel like maybe I can hide the back of the head looking weird with the right sort of item, but the incense burner does look kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that looks slightly better, slightly. And that's like the whole point of it, is him smoking. But I guess if we can't get him smoking, maybe we can at least just get him in here. And Jewel sent me a Zen cushion, which the Zen cushion is really nice and low anyways, so that can be a little test for the cushion. Tea on a table seems appropriate for Bilbo. Yeah, maybe I should go all out for like all Bilbo things for this area, like have like books and tea, food, just all like the Bilbo things, just Bilbo things. If you find a lost bag, it would work well. I think I do have a lost bag. Not really sure where it is. Something tells me I think I've seen one on the beach. Because the beach is just the perfect dumping ground. Oh, look at Kiki with her magnifying glass. Oh, never mind. Watering flowers now. Kiki has very like restless energy right now. She's going from thing to thing. She doesn't know what she wants to do. Now she's got a donut. Oh, thank you, Spring Samuel. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Alright, we gotta go get Ruckazoid's suggestion. Do you see it, Ruckazoid? Do you see it? Behind the red mom? Waiting for us? Oh, what might even be better though, like it's just dropping like a weed on the ground or something, like picking up a literal weed and dropping it. My pockets are full again. I'm gonna drop my Gandalf illusion stuff over here just in case I need it. Oh, thank you for these follows. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Kiki is a mood. I know, I was gonna make an ADHD joke and then I was like, gosh, probably shouldn't joke about that, but I am ADHD, so I can joke about it. So we got our bag. And hi, Bruschetta! How are you? I hope you had a good work day today, Bruschetta. How's it going? How's your Tuesday? How's your week? Oh, thank you. Love the little overlooks and layered terraforming. Oh, that's really sweet of you to say, especially since it's so work in progress. I always want to say WIP, but that doesn't really sound as good as it looks via text. Yeah, big old WIP because my paths are really unfinished. I'm actually really excited about the paths though, and they give me a lot of happiness imagining how they'll look eventually, because some of these single pieces can even connect with the big pieces, so that's part of why it's taking so long, is just how many pieces there are to like match up and stuff. So what was I even doing besides grabbing this? I guess we were gonna test out the Zen cushion. Do I have that? I know Jules sent me one, so I might just have to go check my mail. Oh yes, Chill to Witch. My streaming schedule is different this week. I've got my brother coming over on Wednesday, so since my brother's coming over on Wednesday and staying until Saturday, I was kind of thinking it might be nice of me to maybe not stream all my usual days while he's here, so I thought I'd stream on Tuesday instead to try to make up for the fact that I might end up canceling like Thursday or Friday. But those are usually the days and times that I shoot for, and sometimes like when I have changes, like I'll post them in Discord in particular. Thanks for asking. Making lots of progress at work and growing as a person. Great feeling. Oh, that's wonderful. It's great to hear. And I'm doing all right. I'm really happy to be sort of experiencing my own Friday right now. I have tomorrow off. I'm really excited by Bywater. I wasn't really expecting to get sucked into this Bilbo illusion today, so this has been kind of funny to go through. I really did not expect to be doing this at all. I thought all I would be doing was like placing sofas and like these log things over here. I didn't think I'd make a Bilbo illusion. So this is kind of cracking me up a little. But I'm glad to hear you're doing so well and thriving, Bruschetta. So hard to find things in your pockets though, especially when you're as disorganized as I. It's hard to make it this natural. I'm flattered you consider it natural because everything was very painstakingly planned. I know some people, the way some people achieve natural islands is they literally just equip their terraforming tools and hack at it and just go wild with their terraforming shovel, and they don't even try to like really think or plan too much. They just go with the flow, and I didn't really do that. I did kind of meticulously plan like every build. I'm a very like planning type of person. So I think I like the sofa there, especially since maybe you can sit on the sofa and look out at the party tree. I could try swapping it out with just a single chair, but that looks not bad. What was I gonna use this for anyways? Was I gonna put the wig on it? I guess let's try it just for fun. Let's try to put the wig on it. Yay, family time. It's especially sweet having family visit after the past year. Yeah, we might not even have to wear masks technically, because we're all fully vaccinated at this point. It is a good feeling. And my brother has some little youngins, so I'll get to see like my nephews and my new niece. I have like a new niece as well that I haven't spent a whole lot of time with. No, I don't want to wear the emo hair. I wanted to place it, but I am kind of enjoying this little look of the emo hair up close and personal. Okay, so I'm not sure if the cushion is really hitting it off like that other thing was. I really liked how the other thing looked. I can't really remember why I wanted the cushion. I guess I just wanted something short. Oh, what's that word, Sima? Sorry if I did get a reference or something. I don't know what that word is. So let's turn this the right way again, if we can. The game lets me. I don't know what the issue is. There we go. So I like that, and as far as what to put behind it, some things I'm thinking about are like a chair, like a really tall back chair to kind of look like basically it's covering up Bilbo. That could be one thing that could work, like a really tall back chair if there is one, and then it might look like he's kind of sitting in the chair, and yet again, the straw might already be accomplishing that, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Because maybe if I don't put a chair there, it looks like he's just sitting on the straw. You know what I'm saying? So that might be what I should do. Oh, thank you, Chilled Witch. I appreciate it. I try, and if you're ever not liking the music, feel free to let me know and I can change it. Because sometimes I'm paying attention to what I'm doing too much and I like lose track of what my music is. It happens. How about like a nice... just like a nice barrel. I feel like that would be good. Can't go wrong with a nice barrel. I'm gonna craft a real one this time though. I'm not gonna craft like these, I'm not gonna use one of these pirate ones. I'm gonna craft a real barrel. Oh no, you're good, Cinna. You're probably just too smart for me. You like know words that I don't. That's probably all it is. Yeah, and hi crew. Yeah, welcome back. I remember you from the last stream. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Your party tree is my favorite build of yours. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That really means a lot since I know how talented you are at decorating. How has your island work been coming along, Iris? Shoot, why did I come in here? Barrel. Did you all know that psychologically what we experience when we like come in here and forget what's in our inventory, it's really real. It's actually an effect. It's like a psychological effect. Someone told me that entering and leaving a door like resets your mind in a weird way and like makes you more forgetful about why you came in. It's the whole, why did I come into the kitchen? Like you get up to do something and then you get there and you're like, why am I here? And apparently it's like a really perceived like psychological phenomenon and it's actually like measured and well, at least that's what I'm telling myself because I've heard this around somewhere and now I'm using it to justify why I always forget what I'm looking for when I go into my storage. I always forget to put my crafting materials back too. And hi Brenna Crossing, welcome in. How are you today, Brenna? Been going slow and steady. I believe it. An island as beautiful as yours must take a long time. Wow, it's 3:20 a.m. for you, Omega. Good night. Thank you for being here. Thanks for using this stream to accompany your work. I really appreciate it, Omega. Have a good night. Oh, did not mean to drop that. Oh, you think it's true, Bruschetta? Have you heard that somewhere as well? Maybe that's why the first Resident Evil is so hard. All the door animations totally checks out. That's funny. Alright, do you like our Bilbo? Do you think that that is... Personally, I'm kind of into it just because this area could be like really boring and just like have a few sofas and chairs, but I feel like the Bilbo adds a little spice. I think it adds a bit of flavor to what otherwise could have been like just a boring deck. I'm into it personally. It does kind of look like he's very low on the ground, but then again, he is a hobbit after all. Hobbits are pretty low on the ground. That's like what they're all about. Do you like the barrel centered behind him so that you like that? Or do you like this? I feel like I might like the centered barrel. Cause then that way kinda like hides the neck better. And maybe we can put something on the barrel. Got some schoolwork done, now just having a chill afternoon decorating my island. Oh, that sounds so cozy. Sounds kind of like a lot of our days and like my day, only no schoolwork for me, but I still like to unwind with this game and use it as a creative outlet. Glad you're having a chill afternoon. Oh, thank you, Brenna. The barrel was a good choice. You like it in the center and left. Ooh, okay, some mixed feedback. Oh, we gotta have this on top. Courtesy of Recazoid. I'm dying. I can't handle it. It's like his little bag that he keeps his pipeweed in. I want to test one more thing though. I want to go and get like a weed and actually pull it. Yeah, how about that one over there by Pansetti's house? Let's go and pluck that weed and try that, see if that looks any better. Wow, Ryan, you finished your island? Congratulations! Hype for you. I'm so happy, and that's something that I really look forward to accomplishing myself. I'm kind of fired up to finish Bywater, not gonna lie, so maybe I'll get there one day too. But that's wonderful, Ryan, and if you want to submit it, there's never any pressure, of course. But let me know if you ever want me to tour it, and I'd be happy to. You like the center barrel? You like the barrel directly behind, kind of fits the illusion better. I'm not sure what you mean by directly behind. You mean like directly behind his head? I'm so immature. I am immature as heck. Oh, Jules, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Crew. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jules. Welcome on into the Force Fam crew. I hope you enjoy those emotes and enjoy your time here in the ad-free viewing. And thank you, Jules, for the support. Finishing the day with Animal Crossing is the best. I agree. I even, like, sometimes when I finish stream, you think I would have had enough after finishing stream or whatever, but I'm often still just wanting to, like, fiddle with things, even after ending. The one thing that's not really working super well is the smoke. We did order a humidifier, though. Where's my humidifier? Maybe if we hide it behind the cliff rather than hiding it in front of him. Oh my god. I tell you what, trying things in Animal Crossing is sometimes comedy gold. Like, yeah, let's try it behind the cliff. That'll totally work. And then you see this, and it just looks so weird. But it was a thought. Can we rectify this? Maybe if this is not a rounded cliff and it's just like a straight cliff, maybe it'll hide it better. The mat underneath the picnic bag? Oh yeah. That's actually a custom design. Unfortunately, I don't have the creator code linked right now. Like, I don't have it handy, but I'll try to make a command that'll link to all my designs that I use at some point. So keep an eye out for that. I do plan on crediting all the designs that I use in this town, and I'll track them down off stream. Why can I not see the smoke anymore, y'all? Jeez, that was too powerful. I wanted to hide just the humidifier. I didn't mean to, like, hide the smoke, too. Ah. I can give you the dream address later. Ah, okay, you'd like to keep it private. Sounds good. Thanks for the love and hype and chat, and welcome on into the Force Fam crew. Wow, I am trying way too hard with this. Sometimes you just gotta give up. I'm glad we didn't give up on Bilbo, though. I was about to give up on him for a few minutes there. And thanks for all the love and hype and chat. The little bag of weed is too funny. Oh, thank you, Senna. I'm really mature over here. I was never exactly sure what exactly pipeweed is, though. Does anyone, any Tolkienites in the chat, know exactly what it is? Is that like a real thing? Pipeweed? Or is that like a Middle-earth thing? Oh, and I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. Thanks for asking. Work today went really well. Kind of a chill book stocking day for me, and I did really well in my books. And I have tomorrow off, so I'm in a good mood. So the reason why I moved all this stuff up was because maybe I could do like a log stool right here with the humidifier on top. Or not the humidifier, the incense burner. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get the smoke into the equation, but maybe I should just give up. Maybe the smoke's not gonna work. Would it work to remove more of the cliff so it's closer? And maybe the incense burner would work with the cliff idea? I'm trying to think if there's any possibilities with this. I guess overall, this isn't terrible, and I think people would probably get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Like, they'd probably laugh at it. So even if it's not the most aesthetic thing in the world, I mean, this might kind of just make people go, oh, I see what she did there. He's smoking. And it'll do its job, but what do you all think? Do you think that's probably my best call, is just having one of those laying there? Or do you think I should keep trying to find something better? Maybe that in particular, because that just looks like sticks on the ground. Yeah, I might do that one. Alright, we got our little Bilbo smoking pipeweed. Maybe now we just need like a book sitting in front of him, like a little stack of books. Put the humidifier in front of the wig. Yeah, the problem with that Ruckazoid is that it's too tall. The humidifier is kind of a bulky item, but if you know of any other sorts of items that make smoke that are kind of smallish, maybe I could try them out. Oh, there's a cat here! Holy shit! Hi, Dusty! Dusty was about to hop up here. If you saw me looking a little shook, that's why. Dusty looked like she was about to hop up on my desk. I was like, oh no, please don't do that. She's walking away for now. We're safe. Oh, I love her. If she hops up on the bed, I might have to do a cat cam. What am I looking for? Is the humidifier somewhere in my pockets? There we go. So yeah, the humidifier is kind of big. Can you turn the lights off on it? Like, why is it so bright? It is so bright. This is the viewpoint we want though, right, Ruckazoid? Just from that point of view, it totally works, right? Maybe a quill, always writing his memoirs. Oh, that's a good idea. I think there is like something of a writing kit or whatever. How long have you had Bywater for? Since sometime here in 2021. Like, I think it definitely hasn't been like forever or anything. I started this town sometime this year, but I'd have to like probably consult some sort of record. I don't really know off the top of my head like how old exactly it is. Maybe like something over here too. And then I might call it done, honestly. Like I feel like I don't want to clutter up this deck too much. So other than like the book and the quill and things like that, I mean, I think that that might be solid as like a little lookout. We do, after all, want the party tree to be the main lookout. And then plant some weeds over here, make sure to adorn the cliffs, and then I think we got ourselves a Bilbo looking out at the party build here. Oh, that's so cool. I'm happy with how it worked out. Got Bilbo hanging out in his own garden. Oh, you can see the weed from back here though, y'all. The weed has more importance than I thought. I mean, you're hanging out in the garden and you just see that like looming over you. I don't know if I can handle that. That might be a little too much humor for me. I might have to swap it out for the more subtle bag. What do you all think? Should I be brave? Go for the more direct reference, or should I go with that? Because that one looks a little bit more inoffensive. Okay, but in any case, me being immature, let's go in here and get a book. You owe Dusty a cat treat? Oh, do you want a book as well? Dusty! You know, if I get the treats, yeah, I do owe you that, Ruckazoid. I could go on a quick break in a minute and get some treats and try to lure Dusty over here. Dusty does love treats, so that would be a good way to try to lure her. Oh, thank you for the kitty hype. Where should I send you my dream address? You can either private message it to me on Discord and then let me know when you've sent it, because I don't have the sound notifications on. Or you can Twitch whisper it to me. The way that I think you can Twitch whisper is clicking on my username and hitting whisper. Alright. So let's look in here for all the Bilbo items. This song is... what is this song? Peach's Castle? I don't know if I dig this song. Oh look, I had a humidifier the whole time. I hate myself now. Okay, so let's get a book. Trying to scan for that like essay set. I think that's what it's called. It's called like an essay set. He does love himself some tea too. I don't know if I can resist this cute little green tea set here. Or the green coffee cup. Which one do you think Bilbo would be more into? The tea or the coffee? Okay, fine. You think so, Jess? Duchess? Oh, and hi, Mary! The Bilbo quest is going so good. I'm so happy. We made it work, Mary. How about you? How have you been? My pockets were mad at me, so let's resume our search for the essay set. Well, I might have to just like buy it. I don't see it in here. What's this song? Pokemon Square. I don't know, I'm hearing a lot of stuff I don't recognize. Let me know if you're not into it and I can change the playlist. I don't recognize a lot of this stuff. Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm really sorry. Everyone show Mary some love. She's had a tough time and has been dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Mary. Figure out which one of these is more like Bilbo. Is Bilbo writer's block energy, blank energy, or in progress? I kind of feel like writer's block energy is Bilbo's energy, but maybe I should just, for simplicity's sake, do the in progress. There's also the homework set, though. The homework set's got like a cute little book. This one sounds familiar. Yeah, this is New Horizons. This New Horizons representation. And hi Zoe, welcome in. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. I hope you're doing well. Ruckazoid's like tea, he's British. Oh, I don't want to wait for the essay set to come in. Do I really have to wait for that? Damn. I'll use the homework set in its place until we get the essay set, and then I can switch it out. I'm so tired of time traveling. You can visit whenever you're ready. Oh, sure, Ryan. You want to make it official with the channel points redemption for tour your island. It's just like a little formality thing. I'm sure you've got enough points. You're here all the time. I can't wait to visit it. Okay. Why am I so bad at like everything? I place something there and it's just like, ooh. And then I pick up the wrong thing. Awesome. And you gotta find it in your pockets. The struggle like one mistake can cause. Do you ever wish for like an undo button in Animal Crossing? Undo. Didn't mean to do that. Ooh, got some channel points redemptions in here. Mary, you deserve it. What's your video game song request? What about some Berliners as a snack? That would be a good idea. I'll see if I have any in my storage. And where's my homework thing? Where's my homework thing? Alright, well, I guess I ordered it, so it's not here yet, but let's put the book over here. Oh, that looks so cute! Like he set aside his book. Maybe this is where he writes, and then this is where he smokes his weed. Can I say that on the stream? So this is where he writes. So maybe this is where like he could have the homework set. I'm gonna steal one from his room real quick. Make it formal, heck yes. Yeah, let's do this. We've gotten to a good stopping spot too. We're really making fast progress on this build here and kind of doing finishing touches right now. So after this, we can go and visit Ryan's Island really soon in a minute. And then after that, we can figure out what more there is to do, what more there is to accomplish. Let's do the homework set over here. Or should this be where like the coffee cup is? Yeah, so I think I should put the homework set like sort of on the ground over here. Could be too much going on though. I don't know, I'll have to decide. I'll have to decide later if that's too much or if it's just the right amount of clutter. The green cozy tea set might not sit so oddly on the log. Oh, interesting. So you think that instead of that, I should just swap what it is sitting on? Alright, so log bench. That was a really interesting suggestion, Dystaxia. I appreciate it because it made me think about swapping that out, and maybe that'll be a better call anyways. Oh, and thank you, Ginger. Thank you for the validation. How is your Ratopia Island doing, by the way, Ginger? It's been a while since I've heard an update on it. Is Ratopia still thriving? I'm glad you agree about the undo button. Oh my gosh, Bruschetta knows the answer to everything. Bruschetta is big-brained. Ah, okay. Yeah, things are getting more and more liberal in that way. And hi, Hammy! Welcome in! I hope you're having a great day too. How's it going? How's your week been so far? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Come on, game. Know what I want. And, oh yeah, Mary's request. I'm so sorry, Mary. I even copy and pasted it, but I just have like a kind of like, I don't know, there's a lot going on in my brain right now about like all this furniture placement. I'm viewing this furniture placement as if it's a calculus equation. But here's your song request, Mary. Let me know if the audio's okay, like with the levels. The shade of wood looks very hobbity. Yeah, I like the orangey tone too. It's very cozy. This is just really driving me absolutely crazy. I don't know if you all know what I'm trying to do, but if you do, you probably know why it's driving me so crazy. It's like shenanigans about how things are placed, and then like how things drop on things that are placed. Like, that is what I'm having trouble with. Pardon me while I concentrate for a second. Okay, so log bench, bam. Tea set. Bam. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted this whole time. Let me know if you all like this better or if you like the little log stool. Part of me liked the simplicity and coziness of the log stool. Like, it was just very small and unassuming, and this one is a bit bulkier. But this one might be able to have more than one thing on it, so what it lacks in cuteness, it makes up for in functionality, if you know what I mean. And hi, Mitch! Oh, that's cool. Usually that's on a Saturday. I managed to encounter the same octopus twice before I met a single bear or cub villager. Oh, Tin Hat, I can let you in on a bit of a secret. It might be like a disheartening secret, but there's a reason for that. When you're villager hunting, it's actually like an odds thing in that, like, you will be more likely to see the villagers that have the least amount of animal types. Like the octopi, there's only 2, so you're more likely to see the octopi because you have just as much chance of seeing an octopus as a cat. And there's like 1 million cats, but there's only 2 octopuses. So you will see like Marina over and over. You'll see Marina and Octavian again and again and again, and it's gonna drive you crazy. So do we like the homework set there? Oh, the cozy tea set you get from Mom. Oh, okay. I'll see if I have that in my storage. I'm gonna see if the book looks better right here. Ratopia's coming along, a slow burn. That's good to hear. I do look forward to seeing Ratopia again. Nice song choice. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Harvest Moon on a personal level, but I know it vibes a lot with Animal Crossing players. You like the log bench, like a hobbity coffee table? Oh, thank you. Kind of helps hide the edge of the, like the side of the porch more. So I think I'm sold on it too. Another great suggestion from chat. Thanks to Staxia. Did a little swap so that Bilbo like maybe just put down his pins and decided to smoke. And then the book for like a more simplistic thing over there. I kind of want to turn the book. This will be the last thing, I promise. And then we'll, oh no. And then we'll go and visit Ryan's Island. Aww. So there we go. Oh, I might have even liked the book better. Don't you hate when you make a change and then you liked it better before and it's like, dang it. That sucks. Maybe add an oil lamp there too so he can read at night. Ah, that's a really good suggestion. I'm kind of out of, I'm out of like table space though, unless I add like another log bench. I think that would be getting like a little too cluttered though to add like another table. But if y'all have any suggestions for how I can add a candle to this area, maybe over here, but that would be kind of hidden behind the cliff. But maybe I should replace one of those books with a candle instead. Or have the book be like on the floor, sort of like this other book. I don't know, something to think about. I feel like though we should go and take our break, maybe put a pencil in it, and then go to Ryan's Island tour. Harvest Moon is the best. The song is so nostalgic. Yeah, what's it? What's this song from in Harvest Moon in particular? Like I know Animal Crossing tunes are tied to the time of day. Like where does this one appear in Harvest Moon? That's why I've run into Marina 500 times. Yes. I'm glad you understood what I was saying. I had a hard time explaining that. I've never had to explain that on stream before. But that's why cats are the hardest to find. And it'll take you like a really long time sometimes if you're hunting for Bob or whatever. Alright, so let's see. I will hide the dream address because that's important to Ryan, is that the dream address is private. And let me know any other special instructions or anything you'd like to share about your island, Ryan. Any areas to avoid. Is there an open tile next to the tree on the cliff for the candle? Oh, like put it up above? I was thinking that, Senna. Is it a little unrealistic though? Like would candlelight from up on a cliff do much for down below? But I was thinking that. Maybe we'll try that. Oh, really? 8 tacos? You like the stone paving? You mean my work in progress one? So this is the one that plays when you're in your farm area? Oh, okay. I can see why it's nostalgic then. Okay, so this is the part we gotta keep secret. Fortunately, I have a handy-dandy fox. It's my dodo code protector. Just be ready to feel relaxed. Oh, that's nice. Nice sentiment. Does anyone know if you can search for islands by town name anymore? Because you used to be able to do that in New Leaf. Is that not a thing anymore? Because that would be another thing to keep in mind as far as privacy if you wanted to keep it secret. Alright, entered the code, so we don't need the fox anymore. The blocker is adorable. Oh, thank you. It's actually, I think supposed to be a fox to match the one that's down on my overlay. Excited to see the island. Me too. Let me remember to update my log down there. Okay. And maybe to close off the Harvest Moon Song Redemption, been listening to it for a little while there, maybe we'll go to the game audio. Let me know if the game audio is glitchy or anything. But sometimes it's nice to hear the game audio when you're doing an island tour, because that way you can see like song choices, see the time of day that it's saved in and whatnot. So this is by Ryan, and oh, I'm already seeing some really cute touches so far. Look at the flag. The flag is a dreamy moon with clouds around it. Goods here, payment here. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, is this your trading? Your, like, Nook is on trading? So wait here. And then you pay and get your goods over here. Oh, that's so cute. And this is where you got your orchard. It's so nicely organized. Both aesthetic and also very functional, because if you need just about anything, even bamboo, you've got it all lined up right here. Oh, that cracked me up, Senna. Pardon, fox blocker. Didn't mean to get your species wrong. Oh, look at the little signpost letting you know it's Shep. Most adorable way of designating a villager ever. So Shep's got a cute little home by the river. Love the flag. Me too. Oh, really, Ruckazoid? Oh, cool. Yeah, I know Ashton. Oh, she's really cool. And this is Rold's house. Rold living off with the star fragments there. I can tell you love your villagers because you gave each one that custom sign, and you like really pick out the yard nicely for them. And everything is so spacious and open. It must be really fun to just like run around your island. And it works really well for your aesthetic and this museum building, the way that you've got like all the vending machines around it to go and get some snacks while you're on your museum trip. And also lots of like cultural and environmental references too, with all the bugs. Really does feel like a real place out in the city. Felt that deja vu. Oh, I like the museum sign. This is adorable. Did you make some of these patterns? They're really cute. Star fragments represent their astrological sign, like Shep and Rold. Oh, okay. I was wondering why the star fragments were there, but I thought they were cute either way, even without knowing why they were there. And I guess we should check out the map. Oh wow, the map is kind of giving me pre-terraforming vibes, which I really like that you kept things natural. And these are your cutie villagers. Do some of the villagers have like special significance to you? Because they looked definitely very like pruned and picked out. Carmen! Oh, Carmen's house fits her so well. It looks just like her. That is totally Carmen's house. There's Rolled Buddy walking around. Deirdre, right? That's Deirdre's. Don't yell at me if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I pulled up the map without thinking. I think it was pretty quick though. I don't think anyone jotted it down. I'm so sorry. I deeply apologize. So here you go. There's a cozy tent over here by the beach. This is really cool. I love this little spot to hang out and chill and listen to some music, and I love the tent by the beach. I would have never thought to put a tent back there on the beach rocks. Carmen underappreciated. I agree. Not one of the most popular bunny rabbits. My favorite bunny is probably Ruby. But I had Carmen in New Leaf, and she was one of my favorite, like, starting villagers. Like, Carmen was one of my starting villagers back in New Leaf. I love this spot, by the way. This is adorable. And I ended up giving Carmen to one of my friends, so that was really sweet. The friend that I gave Carmen to in New Leaf, she loved Carmen. Carmen was like her favorite. She made like Carmen her profile picture like on all Animal Crossing social media, and she got her Carmen from me, from my starter. It was really wholesome. Thank you for the lurk, Bruschetta. So up here things are getting even more like detailed and lush and arranged. We got Alice over here. I also had her in New Leaf. She's got a charming house and yard over by the campsite. Oh, I love this little spot. The mushrooms framing your character and the little trees on either side framing your character. This camping spot is just adorable. I can tell you didn't terraform a whole lot and you really like picked the perfect spot on your map for your campsite. The inclines are so cute sometimes when they're not nested like this. I love it. Oh, more campsite vibes. It's like you go from one side of the campsite to the other, basically. Love the natural vibes. Yeah, me too. And I love this fencing. I'm learning more and more to like stan this fencing, as you've probably seen in my Bywater builds lately. That fence is nice and tall and works so well as like an ocean border. You definitely want to protect yourself from falling off the cliff here. Don't want to fall into the ocean. Okay. This area definitely feels super sentimental and special. Very beautiful. Oh, I love this. Look at the little gnome and oh, the doghouse, the tent. This area is precious. This area is my favorite. I love the little lawnmower. Let's go inside your house though. You want me to explore your house? Ooh. Very, very cozy vibes. I think it's really interesting the way the lighthouse is off. Or, not the lighthouse. Oh my god! I called that a lighthouse? What am I on? Have I been hanging out in Bilbo's new area too much today? Like, what the heck? I called that a lighthouse? But I'll get to see that room some more as I go from room to room because of the nature of exploring Animal Crossing houses. So I'll be back in there in a bit. Let's go and check out the study. Oh my gosh, YouTube is on the laptop. Did you do a custom pattern for that, Ryan? Or is that just like one of the customizations? Is that it looks like YouTube there? Oh, so homey and natural and realistic. Feels like a real home. Cottagecore vibes. Yeah, there were definitely like super cottagecore vibes outside. And I feel like inside is a very modern, realistic take on cottagecore. It's kind of like cottagecore, but make it like it's actually real and not like a fairy tale dream that a lot of Animal Crossing players, including me, try to create. Like this actually looks like it could exist with all the knives and the dishware and just the arrangement of everything. It's super classy. I love it. You're so talented at interior decorating, Ryan. You know just the right touch and just the right way to arrange everything. Oh, so it's supposed to be like your real house. I was definitely picking up on those sorts of real vibes. Yeah, you have that like interior decorating eye that I think that I lack sometimes. Sometimes I'm a little hard on myself though, and if I put my mind to a room, it doesn't always turn out terrible, but I love the screen around the bath to keep it nice and private, and it looks so hot and steamy. Jeez, I feel like you would like scald yourself with these Animal Crossing bathtubs. There's always so much steam rising from them. Have you all been to like a bath like that? Is that a thing that actually happens if you go to a real life bathhouse or a real life spa or something? Does the steam really look like that coming out of the baths? So Lobo gifted you the gnome outside and it was a random placement. Oh, that's precious. Your town feels very cozy and personal, and it's touches like that, like a villager actually gifting you something and you using it because of that. That helps make it so charming. I love the spacious office down here. It's like a little bit of an office, but also kind of something of a hobby room too, with all your books and place to watch TV, little crafting corner over here. The craft area is supposed to be my mom's craft room area. Oh, you missed that there are basements in New Horizons, Chilled Witch. Yeah, I think it's it comes up along the, home loan process. Might be one of the last things you get. I'm not sure. Oh, this is so cute. I love all the toys and the posters. Your arrangement of toys is super adorable. Got the alarm clock. Even the, degree on the wall is probably, I'm sure, a personal reference to your real life. Nice little spot to watch TV. Love all the stylish, black accents in this room. Oh, look, all around the walls? Oh, sure. I'll head back up there. Sometimes I forget to do that, I admit. I don't do, a full swivel. Not a bad idea when you're doing a tour to do a full swivel. Got the Nook poster and the map. Oh my god! Oh, you got all the cuties. It's kind of sad that so many of these are, only in the game in the form of their poster. Katrina and Blathers and Captain Copper. I miss Copper's cute little jog face. Brissetti's the only one not posing for his picture, just looking angrily popping out of the ground. Do they not even have a Rossetti sprite that's just a normal smile? Thank you, Totoro, for the lurk. And good night, Lemons. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it is getting kind of late. Dang. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, and over here, wow, more stuff to explore. We got some outdoor recreational areas. I like that it's almost a bit of an overlook. You can kind of pan up and see all the stuff you have above it. Oh, so cool. I've never seen an island quite like this. Trying to figure out where to go from here. Oh, a little secret beach section here. I felt like that was a little secret. That was a bit sneaky to get over here. 10 o'clock, shim o'clock. Hi, Wild Omelet. Yeah, part of the reason why I was dang, it's already 10 o'clock was because I was telling myself, well, it's a weeknight, so I probably shouldn't stream too late. Maybe just 10 o'clock at the latest, but just feels like I just started. Oh, I love this cool beach over here. All the fun beach items. The lifeguard. Curious about this. Keep out. Do you want, is that for real? Like I should stay out of there? Or is that like a scary sign, like a horror island keep out? So that was your private beach. Let's cross over to the other side now and see what's going on over here. Oh, it's for villagers to keep out? Because it's your private beach. I always forget that this rock pool can be customized to black. And by the way, this area is a total mood. I'm just now noticing that you went with a totally different aesthetic for this section. You changed up your fencing, you changed up your color scheme. It matches like the walls in a really cool way. I love the attention to detail to like the color scheme shift with these more like dark houses in your villager neighborhood. Like Lobo. Got another little overlook here. Oh, that's funny, Ryan. I'm glad I walked in the right way. Yeah, I really liked it too, Ginger. Such a cool little color combo thing. Let's go and check out... I'm dying! This is so funny! Oh my god, I have never seen a more personal touch than this. Ryan blocked this off because the villagers kept going to the beach this way. That's hilarious. You wanted your private beach private. You blocked it off to make it so. That is so funny. I've never seen someone like landscape based off of what their villagers are doing. That's so cute. And I love all the fishing spots. Ah, the dock is really cute. You know, I always kind of forget about the dock. Is it just me? Like, am I a little weird? I have never decorated a dock in Animal Crossing ever. I've never put a single thing on my dock. I feel like such a weirdo, because that's such a move, is to do stuff like this. Oh, look at Lobo. Lobo's gonna go fishing. Really like the private beach. I know, I got such a kick out of it, and it was so much fun to actually be over there and seeing all the fun items, but then seeing the other side. Keep out! Get out of here. Took a while to get the dock the way I wanted because it's so tiny. Yeah, I know some folks that even reset for that, but I don't really consider the dock super important. You're making me kind of want to figure out what I have in Bywater, though. I haven't even looked at my dock in a hot minute. Oh, look at all the springy ride-ons. Is this kind of like a carousel? I see like a lot of springy ride-ons in one place. Is this something of a park, or maybe not a carousel, it's just more like a park. I have seen people make carousels though, so that was probably why it was on my mind. I've seen people do those with the springy ride-ons. So cute, I love the park. So it's a park that used to be in your old neighborhood. And this is a sign that says no running. Ryan's particular about the travel and behaviors. No running here. You might run over the flowers. I see. Thank you for the follow. Elmer. Good old Elmer. Clothes change. Oh, this is so cute. I never would have thought of that. Like right at the entrance. Here, change your clothes. Love this little welcome sign here. Ooh, do you have presents for me? Shall I open the presents? Elmer was my favorite in New Leaf. Oh, really? When you say it in New Leaf, do you mean just like you have a favorite in general, but you have a special favorite for New Leaf memories? Because I've heard other people phrase it in that way too, like, they were my favorite in so-and-so. The way I just like downed those cupcakes. Now I literally, like, I have such a sweet tooth. I'm such a sweet tooth fanatic that I really do want, like, dessert right now. I want to go munch on some cake because of that, like, animated cake right there. Wow, I love this. You're so good at subtle little details. Stuff like that just speaks to me. Like the way you saw that beach rock and decided to put shells right there. You have a great eye for, like, both minimalism, but also super detailed and attentive touches. You're proud of the entrance? Yeah, I really liked it in the clothing changing station. So this is your flower garden. Got almost all the flower types, or do you have them all? Like, do you have, like, literally every flower type in here? I see the green mums have some special attention because they're the only green flower. I was so excited that there were green mums for the first time. I mean, that's just so freaking cool that we've never had green flowers before, and now suddenly we do. I'm gonna Google it later, though, because I've never seen green flowers before. There's actually a reason why. It's because of, like, chlorophyll or something, and the part of the flower that is colored. I don't know. I can't really articulate it, but it has something to do with chlorophyll. It's what makes plants green. Not to get too nerdy, but I wonder if that means that plants everywhere will be green, like across the whole universe, if you think about life on other planets, or if maybe there's some sort of equivalent of chlorophyll on other planets and that makes, like, the plants different colors. Ooh, look at the shops. Wear a mask. Yes, Ryan, we approve of the commands around your island, especially the wear a mask. So cute. I love it. I love it. So charming. And hi, Froggy. Yeah, I know the title might not match up with the log because sometimes I don't want to update my title all the time, but the little log graphic down at the bottom can usually tell you, like, where we're at. The dump? Yeah, I like the dump too. I don't think I encountered Elmer in the original. Didn't play Wild World or City Folk, and in New Leaf he just ended up being the one I bonded with the most. Aw, that's sweet. I guess I can kind of see what you mean. There are certain villagers that I bonded with in certain games because, like, Rod and Gloria, like, I had them in New Leaf. They were, like, my Snooty and my Jock in that game, and I really bonded with them in particular. And I haven't really seen them in any of the other games much, so I do associate them with New Leaf. It's interesting how our experiences, like, shape the perception of villagers and our associations with them. And that's it. Oh, thank you, Ryan, for the tour. Thank you for submitting it. It was super, super pretty. I love all your personal touches and the personality that shines through on your island and how good you are at, like, designing, whether it's the interiors or, like, your furniture placement. You did such a good job. Oh, thank you for the lurks. Let me go and update the text so it says our Shire theme island again. I'm getting pretty good about remembering to update my log, aren't I, Ginger? Remember how you used to always have to remind me? I'm getting better about it now. Oh my gosh, that face. Again, spent a little too much time at Bilbo's party area here. A little too much time at the party tree. We're waking up, not so great here. Yeah, thank you again. Okay. Now that we've had that refresher, and it's kind of like when you're drawing a picture and you have to, like, leave for a few hours and come back, let's go and check out that area again. Yeah, I think it's still vibes. The one thing I'm a little curious about is that fence. Because the whole reason why I put that fence there at all was because I was trying to like hide the wig at one time. And now I don't need to hide the wig, so I kind of wonder if maybe I should just put a bush or a hedge there in front of the barrel. Or if the fence does a good job of hiding the barrel, which otherwise looks a little weird in this area. I guess I'll leave the fence for now until I think of something better. Because I think the barrel looks a little funny seeing it from the garden. The autocorrect to Bahamas. Gotta love the autocorrect. Yeah, I really like it. And the next thing that I gotta do probably, I'm like looking at this 4th tier area and how like the 4th tier is probably too bulky. So I do want to probably like make the 4th tier nicer, put all the right flowers on it, maybe make it smaller. Because the funny thing about 4th tiers is that they're inaccessible. So you don't want to make them too big, too unnecessarily big, because you can't go up them anyways. So I'll probably try to trim it down and just keep the essentials. But yeah, you're proud of me, Ginger. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's just like walk around the Shire a bit. This isn't my favorite day to experience the Shire, though. My favorite day to experience the Shire is my beloved March 19th. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Iris. I loved it too. Should we time travel back to March 19th for better vibes? Oh yeah, and this is where I have my illusionistic Gandalf that I was talking about earlier. Gandalf is like riding into town and he's got like his cart of fireworks. We can pretend they're fireworks, but they're really like more like flowers. It's the garden wagon that he's riding. And here's my lovely little Green Dragon end build. March 19th is officially Bywater Day. True. We bookmarked it. Okay, so I guess now, the last thing that I would probably do is maybe like work on this path work a little and work on the flower field, but I think that'll involve like moving Murphy's house around and stuff, and that might get kind of tedious. So maybe we can get it started a little, but we probably won't finish that area today. I guess first things first, I gotta move Murphy back to the beach. It pains me a little, but Murphy, I haven't really figured out like what's going on with his home yet. I feel like every other home in town is somewhat figured out except for Murphy's. I do know I want eventually Murphy to have like a farmhouse. I just don't know exactly where it's gonna go. Oh yeah, and we can put the music back on. What is this Crimson Loftwing song from Skyward Sword? Not familiar with this one. Oh, poor Murphy. I haven't talked to him in a while. I feel like I have almost like my favorite villagers in this island or something, and like one of them's Boomer. And I'm always like talking to Boomer in particular. I need to talk to my other villagers too. Murphy's also a cutie. Oh, go enjoy your wind down, Ryan. I probably won't be live for all that much longer myself, but thank you for the tour so much, and congratulations again on finishing your island. Look at Isabel sleeping back there. I have maybe an odd question, but how do you prep before builds or decorating streams? Do you make sure to have a clear vision, all the materials, figure out what you'll do? Oh, that's a really good question, Iris. It kind of varies. Like, I think for today's build, I was not very prepared at all, but I also knew this build wouldn't be very hard. I figured it would just be like a bunch of couches and chairs and stuff sitting on that porch. Like, that would just be it. So, it depends on the complexity of it. But I think probably my building streams where I do go to those lengths are more like streamlined if I do take those steps. Like if I do take the time to figure out what materials I need and stuff, they're probably better quality. It depends on my time constraints. I will say that in general, my style for island building, I don't know if you're the same way, Iris, but I don't really like to start something until I have some idea for like what I want to do. The reason why I say that is, like, my last incline, I didn't know what to do with it for ages, and I didn't just build it just to build it. I kind of waited until I did have a plan for it, and then I'm really glad I did because it worked well with like forming an overlook and tying it in with this like Green Tavern Inn build, which I really like. So that is something about me, is like I will straight up ignore an area, like not even touch it, not even think about it until I know what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden I'll start to do it. I didn't touch nooks and ables forever because I didn't know what to do with them forever, and I think it's a really good way to go about building an island, like just focusing on like one area at a time that you do know what you're doing with, and sort of prioritize it. Like prioritize what you care about most, move on to what you next prioritize, and move your way down the list, and then you just fill in smaller and smaller areas over time. I guess that's the way I like to island build. It took me a while to like find that formula, because back when I streamed on my first Animal Crossing island, Athalia, like I was a little bit more of a hot mess and didn't know what I was doing, and so it's kind of cool that I almost have like a method now. It just impresses me how you can work on a specific area for so long. My style is more going around and doing details for different areas, not focusing on one specifically. Oh, yeah, that is fascinating. I was a little curious why you asked me that, but I guess it's comparing your own style with mine. Yeah, I've noticed that's actually one of the things that I find really fascinating from like a nerdy point of view when it comes to Animal Crossing New Horizons, is that there's so many different ways you can approach island building. I kind of call one of the approaches like loosey-goosey. Like some people have an idea for an aesthetic, but they don't, you know, precision build like an area and then an area. Like they more like just terraform the whole thing, or just loosey-gooseyly design the whole thing, and are more easygoing about it. So Murphy's over here now, and we saved a room for a little path leading to our flower field. So we at least set it up for the next stream, but it is getting kind of late, so we'll probably not finish the flower area today, but I wanted to kind of like sketch it out for you all. Yeah, I do have an organized style, and sometimes it makes for less charm, honestly. Like sometimes the loosey-goosey islands that I'm talking about like look really cohesive and natural and have like lots of interesting terraforming, because that's like their focus, and mine is more like, let's build Baggins and then let's build Hobbiton. So I guess I'm a very theme-based, organized type of person. We all have such different personalities and approaches, and shines through in the game. What is this song? Ah, all this weird mystery dungeon stuff. Oh, thank you, Iris. You too. Little jaunty wild omelet. A little too jaunty up in here. Let's see this bubbling underwater song. Is this kind of a dreamy song? But yeah, my little pathway that I want to make, I want it to start on a diagonal here and then go this way and then maybe end around the garden wagon, so it'll be just like a really lush flower field. I might have to go some ways though to not make all the flowers yellow, because I think that would be a little overbearing, so maybe I'll try to mix some other flowers in there too, so it's not just like a field of yellow. But I just want to thank you all so much for watching today and hanging out. I think people are winding down for bed, at least on the East Coast. I know time zones are whack and there's people all around the world and stuff, but I think we're all thinking about heading to bed, and I'll see you all next time, whether next time is Friday or Saturday. I'm not exactly sure what my schedule will look like this week because I had mentioned earlier that my brother is visiting, and I guess I want to be open to altering it to spend more time with him, but I'm not sure what that schedule looks like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Blonde. I remember you on the starting soon screen. You were here this whole time. Thank you so much, Blonde. And thank you, Iris. Been mostly lurking. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Hammy. You have a good night too, Mary. I hope you feel better. And if you need to vent or anything, feel free to let me know. I appreciate you. Look at these little doggies over here. The doggies are there for a reason. They're part of Lord of the Rings lore. Good night, Shilda Witch and Junksland. Should we close out and end the stream on the Bilbo build? Not gonna lie, I'm pretty darn proud of the Bilbo build. I had no idea that's where that build was going. That wasn't my intention. That wasn't my plan going into today. But we ended up with an illusionistic Bilbo. The Bilbo Bildo. That is so cute. The Bilbo. The Bilbo. Aw, I enjoy it. Might look a little creepy though. Alright, so there is something a little special going on tonight. I am part of Club Tortimer, and this club's, or not club, this stream team's been very sweet and supportive of me, and I owe it a lot for finding me a little home and connection to streamers on Twitch. And as a stream team, it's good to support other members of the team. And this member, Cade Crimson, they're actually celebrating their 1-year stream anniversary today. So they're playing Pokemon Emerald. So I understand if maybe that's a little bit of a scene shift that you won't be used to. But I'm sure we have some Pokemon fans up in here. And I think it would be a nice cheer and be a good team cheer to go and wish Cade Crimson a happy 1-year anniversary. So how about we have a special raid message for happy 1 year, and you can grab this one if you have the emotes, or if you don't have the leaf emotes, maybe you can just type out like the happy 1 year part. Add in your own emotes, whatever emotes you have, or hearts or whatever. So I hope you enjoy the switch over to Pokemon Emerald. I played that the heck when I was a little kid. Oh, thank you, Nura. I really appreciate it. I do love this island. It's a fun little escape for me. And not gonna lie, this build right here is giving me so much happiness because I've been looking at this blank spot for ages, months. I've been looking at this as a blank spot, and now it actually looks like something. It actually looks like something that makes sense to be looking out onto the party tree. I'm so happy. We got our little smoking weed Bilbo. And good night, Kim, and yeah, feel free to grab that raid message there, and let's go on a raid to Cade Crimson. I haven't actually met them before, so this will be nice, and I really appreciate it. Do you share your builds? I'm thinking about doing some speed builds up on YouTube, so you can feel free to check out the YouTube as well if you'd like, Anura. You might see some speed builds up there in the future when I can edit them, and everyone else, see you around Discord and such. But bye, have a great day, see you over in Cade Crimson stream. Thank you so much for coming along the raid with me and for all the cozy support and chats this stream. Bye everyone! And you have a great rest of the week too, Marcella. See you around. Bye everyone!